What's up? How we doing? Good morning, everybody. This is the morning crowd episode something. I don't even know what it is, but this is the Friday matches. Let's do this. So we're gonna start with the Paris Legion and Toronto Ultra match. I don't think there's much to talk about outside of the matches right now. There's not too much drama going on in the world, so we can kind of get straight to matches, and then we'll do match predictions at the end here. But yeah. This is what we're looking at right now. So this is Toronto versus Paris, and this is their vetoes to start in this video. So Hardpoint, Paris has been getting rid of Gavutu, so makes total sense. Berlin, Toronto's been getting rid of Berlin a lot, and especially against Paris, they've been playing Berlin. Like, it looks like they like Berlin, so that makes sense too. Nothing too crazy in the veto section. Search and Destroy, Tuscan, Siege, Gavutu. Yeah, that looks pretty normal to me. Overall, this was a interesting match, right? Because so I didn't get to watch all these matches too in depth, because as soon as these matches started, like, we were warming up and obviously getting ready for our match and like watching shit and like figuring out like what we wanted to do and all this other stuff. So a lot of this will be not new to me, but like, you know, we'll go through it and like kind of just find some key points. You guys can obviously let me know if you guys, you know, if you see anything that happened in a search and destroy that you want me to, like, you know, look at a round or something, I'll try and get to them all. Obviously, I can't go like in every single round, but you know what I mean. So I remember, if I remember correctly, this Berlin search and destroy had a lot of tosses out of Paris, right? Like, didn't they have like a billion first bloods? I'm pretty sure like Paris had like 10 first bloods and they lost this map, and there was a lot of 4v2s and man advantages that they didn't win. The hard points were both pretty close, but they went in Paris's favor. And then Toronto kind of got body slam last map, if I remember correctly, right? So I think I got this match pretty much on point. But let's go. Let's get right into it. I want to know what Gravity was thinking in that 2v1. Ooh, I can't wait to roast him. That's my boy. We'll see. So Bocage Hardpoint, honestly, if you ask me, I feel like this Paris team has Temp, who's a really, really good Slayer, right? He's just really good at the game in general. Like, you know, he's going to get his kills. He'll get his. And then you have Jimbo and John, where Jimbo's fucking cracked out of his mind, running around like a lunatic. You know, John's like obviously the slower sub out of the two. And then they have like a slower main AR. So I feel like this Bocage team, this Paris team shouldn't be bad at Bocage. But I do know that obviously Toronto plays Bocage a lot too. And you would think with like CleanX and Cammy and Bans and stuff and like having insight, they would be pretty good at it. So like, I don't know. I haven't seen Paris play too much Bocage if I recall, but I'm not too sure now. But yeah. All right, let's do this.
Streaks, but we're about to have a P1 where what, IV4 total seconds, maybe add an extra couple to that as CleanX actually stands on the point. But I do think there's wiggle room for a few of these teams to, you know, scrape away.
Was this a close Bocage the entire time? Let's find healed up before we see anything. I just want to see if there's a turning point to this game. Oh, listen-ins. We'll go back to those listen-ins, I promise.
As far as P1 goes, we already know the spawns are, Ultra, that is a break on the hill now for.
So this is just a close, holy shit. All right, so this is just a close fuck. This is a typical Bocage. All right, we'll go back all the way to the listening. All right, here we go. We'll watch from like here. We'll watch the second rotation because they end about even here.
I think it was what, a grand total of 7 or 8 seconds got collected the first time around. Maybe Toronto trying to put a bit more hill pressure on, though, able to get those first few seconds. John, though, looking to see what he can find. 17 and 12, by the way. I think he might be leading this lobby, but not by a massive margin as this game.
So right now, obviously, this is just like an even game. It's P1. Paris is in a spot where like they're not in a bad spot. They can obviously flip the spawns. It's still earlier in this hill. Like, they're chilling right now. The Paris comms are good. All right, well I'm definitely excited to hear the listening, because we've said like we've said like, you know, they've had some signs of like frustration in their hardpoint here and there. Not their hardpoint, their comms every once in a while, but. When we get to that listening, I'm excited. That kill right there, number 4, who is it? Jimbo just made a really good play. So, like, if you watch number 4's arrow, dude, like, look. He goes through the right side, and, like, they kill number 6, which is Cammy. So, like, number 6, which is gets killed by Gravity. But then, like, watch number 4's arrow here. So, they spawn Tractor. And then, like, this guy goes to, like, these two go to play, like, Pocket on the Tractor to make sure, like, they don't lose spawns. Watch. He gets this kill. Barrels out and gets 2. So Jimbo getting that 2-piece flips them at 18 seconds left, bro. That was a big hit. Those are a big 2-piece. That was a big 2-piece, dude. People were so quick to roast Jimbo. You got to tip how well he's bounced back. Pretty sure we talked about it in this podcast. Like, He had one bad series. You can't judge someone off of one bad series. And he's got a 3-piece on rotation. So this 3-piece on rotation is going to secure them spawns for this next hill, which, like, I don't know if they do much with it, but that's a really, really good play out of him. Oh, they actually get reflipped. All right, well, that's just tragic. That's a huge mistake out of Paris then. Like, right here, and as soon as they get these spawns, like, they should not lose these with 9 seconds left. Like, let's see. They're all challenging Insight front tank. They all die. Yeah, Paris, like, didn't protect their spawns at all. They all kind of just, like, died up here and then spawned up and just said, like, fuck it. We don't care about spawns, and we're all just going to run out and die. That was interesting. I feel like they did so much to get those spawns just to toss them. That was so weird. Fuck. This is still a good play here to try and flip them. But like you see how Toronto's like trying not to let that happen. That was like so odd. I don't know. That was weird.
And here in the second set, CleanX is starting to get things going. 22 and 17 for him, leading the lobby in kills. Now, Paris on the offense, trying to make themselves get known here in the point. Candy over by that far tank side. Jimbo now with the entry through barn. Is he going to get anything? Nice. There in advance, gets one, pushes out immediately. The crossfire is there. But for the very least, you've got Ultra off the point for a few moments. So kudos there to Paris, because the scoreline is starting to get a little...
Do spawns matter on this map?
Let's see if Paris have what it takes to get back into this series. And go
they don't necessarily matter too much where you can play from both sides of it a lot, but like there's definitely a preferred side. Like having these spawns at P2 is definitely better than spawning all the way out here. You know, like you could still hold from the front and break from the front, but you know, there's definitely preferred sides in my opinion. Like, I don't know. Like you're going to do all this work to flip yourself and then like you're just not going to protect it. It just seems like you did a lot of work for no reason, you know. So spawns matter. Like you can do it from both sides in this game in general, like even on other maps too, but there's definitely, it makes it easier on yourself. You're playing an easier version of Call of Duty when you're spawning up and you have the hay head glitch, the barrels head glitch, the tank head glitch, the tin head glitch, you know what I mean? Like it's just a little bit different than just running through an open field. The only guy that probably likes coming from the front is your main AR because he gets to sit on the God tank. Other than that, it's like a fucking hell. It's fucking hell sometimes. But I would say on this map specifically, P2 and P5 spawns are nice to have. All right, listening.
Inside on old, one shot.
SND on you.
Low right cami. T2 cami. We're missing bands. Yeah, bands on me.
I need help too. I got bands.
I'm getting time. I got time to do. Could be top. I'm playing castle. I'm playing safe castle. Yeah, hold right.
One shot.
Did you? Here come tools to me.
That's my left, right? Have your main, okay? Have your bottom main.
Okay. Tools?
Yo, what's it? Tools? Tools.
I got the nail there.
Yo, tools, one shot. Nice.
Oh, in the back right. Oh, you can't see that.
Yeah, he's one shot. He went on the ground. He went on the ground.
Nice. They're all gonna be in the back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get main. Door. Cammy, there's two in.
I have everything.
There's two in.
Play the time.
Yo, one hit.
Two back. One back. Still barrel. Then push front.
He's barrel weak. He's behind the barrel. Laying down.
I need a backside. Stay down, our side.
My two's open.
I'll pick it up.
Be back, challenge.
Inside dead. There's nade window on me.
I'm gonna go
Window. One more window.
I think right.
He's one shot. Cammy's one shot. Back window.
It's a window. Left. He's dead. Team kill.
Back right, CleanX dead.
Nice.
Play time.
I have
all cut.
Yeah, blast
All
right.
cut. Cammy's one shot on me. I gotta hold right. One could have gotten out. We're looking for Bants. Back left, Cammy dead. Bants on me. Dead.
Nice.
Gonna run. Mr. CleanX in inside. Right, no one out.
I got
CleanX.
CleanX dead.
Back up. I'm backing up just in case. Look at Coop. Back dead. I don't see anyone else in Coop. We're missing Insight. Insight. I killed him first. He's right on Cammy. Cammy fence cut.
Yeah, he's top stack.
Okay, top stack and fence cut.
Oh, he got
Cammy in the back.
Tools in top stack. Tools in top stack.
The door.
Inside. There's big door. He's big door. Bans. One shot. Tree door challenging you out. T1.
Yeah, one more big door.
On you.
You're in the back.
Immediately stone.
Benz is in the back.
Under the stickies.
Fantastic communication from Paris Legion, pulling this game right back with a decent lead now. Had chance, spotting granny's not a problem. Over to barn now, bit of a war raging.
So, really quick, just to like, you know, as this map's playing out, we'll talk about it. Bro, those comms were like night and day different for them. Like, I don't know if you heard, like, in the beginning when John was telling him that he's going to pick up the fucking, like, he's going to pick up the tools push. Like, I got it out. He's like, I'll pick it up. Tamp's talking about how, yo, buy me some time. I'm going around. I have them all cut. Like, you know, Gravity's calling out, like, yo, we're missing this guy. This guy's actually the guy I just killed. We're not missing him. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that was the most impressive listening we've heard from Paris this entire year. Like that was a different team. Plain and simple. That was the best they've sounded. They all took like a moment of leadership. They all sounded good. Like, wow, that was dope to listen to. I feel like through this podcast, not like in the sense of just like watching all the matches and stuff, I feel like every time we listen to this Paris team, they've gotten a little bit better with some of the comps. You know what I mean? I feel like they've gotten way better with their communication. That's fucking dope to see. So good for them. All right, so now we're just watching the rest of this map. How often do you lose Bocage and scrims? I don't know, man. John sitting for him? Yeah. But seriously, like, just to pause real quick. Seriously, like, when you have comms that are clear like that, obviously it's a lot easier to do when you're playing a closer map or you're winning. But those comms make it so much more possible for you to make plays and actually hit for them. Not just saying for John, but for all of them. Like, that shit is so important. You guys know, like, obviously my opinion to that. Like, they sounded so good, dude. That was good. I love listening to good listenings like that, dude. Like, Temp was leading him a little bit. John was telling him I'm picking them up. Gravity was saying, like, yo, we're missing this guy. We're not missing this guy. Like, bro, that was well communicated comms. That doesn't make any fucking sense, I don't think. But, yeah. My comms are bad.
This is getting a little bit tense though, so you don't want to let too much of this hardpoint time go away, but Paris, they are doing it. 15 seconds remaining here on first.
All right, let's see, dude.
It's going to be covered. It is all down to Bants to win the 1v1.
It's all down the Bants. Oh, Cammy's making a play. Like, here, if you're Ultra, you're not in a good spot. You're like, uh-oh.
It could be a huge one for them here.
They played so heavy for these spawns. Well, now it is just about trying to deliver off of the promise that you built yourself. And I mean, you got everybody effectively funneled in through the middle of the map. Now Toronto all over the barn, and wow.
So Toronto gets all over barn and flips them. That's you know, that's a good break out of Toronto, but damn, bro, they were real close to getting fucking slammed right here. You know what I mean? This is like a last second break to save their lives. That was a really good break out of them. They could have been in a really, yeah, basically what Chance just said. They literally needed that. That was a big break.
The victory will be impossible on this point, but they can do a wonderful bit of damage into that lead now. 3 in a row for Insight. No one able to quite get streaks for either side in this matchup. An incredibly closely contested one at that. Cammy still holding the hard point down.
All right, let's see how we come to an end here. Oh, big kills.
Jimbo managed to make the break on the hill now for a moment.
Go, Kleenex, go.
Ultra have fought back tooth and nail to bottom grandmas. We go, Chance, and this is starting to heat up.
Oh, shit. That's a huge win. Oh, my God. Wait. Hold up. That two-piece by Tom might have low-key won them the game. Let me see, though. Yeah, dude, if Tom dies right there and, like, Kleenex stays alive, which he actually might have, that could have really hurt them. Because then also him killing Cammy right here, like, slows down their push to break down this next one. That two-piece was fucking huge, dude. Yeah, that slowed down their push so much, dude. And that took Kleenex out of their base. That was a really big two-piece. He kind of smoked Kleenex right there. Nice kill. Oh. Oh, shit. The Bocage mixer. There it is, yeah. Yeah, that two-piece at the end was really big by Gravity, but you could just see in general, I don't know. It sounded like, at least for the portion that we got to listen to, it just seemed like Paris is like organized, you know? That seemed like that was the most organized they've been in Hardpoint. Obviously, both teams are going back and forth, but even like it just looked like they were, you know, they were controlling the game the majority of that map. Even though they threw the spawns the one time, they ended up getting spawned the next time, and then they got clean broken. Like shit like that's gonna happen, but overall, they controlled the spawns for the next P3 after. Like, they played that well, but it just looked like in their comms and stuff, and even in their setups and their map, like, it just looked like they were in a good spot. Let's see the numbers here. So, what, 34 and 34, 36 and 28, bro. We talk about this all the time. Like, Temp, dude, I feel like Temp's consistently doing good this year. So he does really well. John, 37 and 34, and then Gravity, 35 and 26. Like, that's a big game. That's a big game out of him, too, with an AR, obviously, on this map. So that was good plays. And then, right, I mean, Insight doesn't play bad. He just, like, kind of, like, a slightly below average, where he doesn't do anything. He doesn't go off with an AR. And then Cammy, obviously, not playing well. Doesn't help them. This is still a pretty close game, but, yeah, I don't know. It looked like Paris was pretty organized. And, like, this was good. This could be the best Paris team of all time. I think you're right. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. It looks like it looks like they're getting better. You know, it looks like they're slowly, like, they keep getting better and better, like, as we're watching them. So that's you know, that's big for them. So good for them on that. All right. Next is the Berlin Hardpoint. I search and destroy. So from what I remember, I didn't get to watch too much of this, but there was a lot of tosses. Let's watch some of the tosses. Because shouldn't Paris won this map? Didn't Paris win this map if they just didn't choke, like, literally, like, 4v2s or something crazy like that happen? I mean, shoulda, coulda, woulda, obviously they lose. But, like, Paris was trolling for the most part. They were, like, winning the rounds and then throwing them. I gotta watch this.
And I think right now, Temp, the man with the most pressure on him, none of his teammates are actually watching over. He's by himself in sight, but, I mean, he plays a corner that is so difficult to predict, so you will get that.
Really? That's difficult to predict? So it's a 4v3, 4v2. All right, 3v2. How the fuck? They lose this round? Look at this guy. Bro! What the fuck? Okay. Oh, no. I can see the trolls now. All right, what is this? Is this the 1v2 you were talking about? You wanted to know what Tom Gravity was thinking? Wait, he trolls right there? What are you talking about? Is that it? No, not this. Okay, I was gonna say, huh? I was like, he was kind of fucked right there. All right. Yeah, dude, they definitely should have won that. They just, like, obviously that was just like individual chows and shit. Which I feel like this year a lot of teams, including my own sometimes, like obviously every team, like, really struggles with, like, individual chows and search and destroy, like, in those situations. It's very weird. And, like, with the time to kill this year, I feel like you get really punished for dumb chows, you know? All right.
Now looking to pick up at least one more out of this. Through the window he goes. Howdy doody. That's 3 in a row now for Kleenex. Finds himself
3v2.
Still got presence with a player on bomb site.
2v2. 2v1. Okay. Okay.
1v2. There's Gravity and John planting towards A and inside.
They lose this?
This is not again an easy.
Nah, no way.
Guns are up. Gravity, you win this fight, win the round.
I will hot take this before the round starts. Insight might be the most clutch player in the league. I know a couple players.
He is clutch. He is clutch.
I feel like in these situations, time and time again, finds a way to deliver. Admittedly, this situation not ideal, and I think he's about to walk into a terrible angle, and at the very least, get spotted. Paris should be able to shut this one down, but there's the first open.
Oh, he saw Gravity through the window. Oh my word. Oh my God, Jamie Griffin.
Stop.
That's your boy right there. One of the most clutch players in the league, and it's plays like that.
Hold up, bro.
Oh my.
I should be able to shut this. I think he's about to walk into a terrible angle, and at the very least, get spotted. Paris should
So, like,
shut this one
I'm gonna be honest, like, Tom doing this play, like, literally by a second of timing, this is actually a decent play, because what he was gonna do, what, like, Tom is doing, he's gonna rewrap this and then check the A bomb. Like, yeah, all he had to do was stay alive. But bro, if like this, you guys are being like so hindsight here. Like, dude, like right here, look, John dies. Imagine if Tom doesn't run out secret and like he either sits secret and like and then like Insight like jumps out and fucking kills him. You guys would be all like, what the fuck? Why did he stay in fucking glass and just not run away out secret? Like this. Like, look, right here, if Insight were to fly out and jump off this railing and fucking piss on Tom, which is possible, like, you guys would all be sitting there like, why the fuck did Tom not run away? Like, I don't know. Like, I really don't think what he just did was that crazy. Like, he was going to re-wrap this corner, wait 10 seconds, and then re-wrap and check the bomb from a safe area. Like, I don't really think that was that, like unacceptable. Like, look, bro, that timing was literally a split second of him getting caught and seen. Like, the only thing he could have did differently right there is wait in secret for, like, 1 or 2 more seconds and then go middle. Because most likely Insight's, like, play is not going to go through the middle and then like that. So I understand that. But, like, that is so, like... I mean, the bomb's planted with 15 seconds left? That's literally my point. What do you mean? Like, bro, the bomb is planted with 15 seconds left. Like, if he sits here and, like, you know, Insight jumps off and challenges him... He didn't think Insight would hear him fly out. Does he open the door? I mean, bro, what? What do you mean? Insight definitely wouldn't hear that. He didn't even open the door right there. The door's not even open. Actually, maybe it is. I don't know. Like, I don't know. He could have definitely obviously played that smarter, but y'all are tripping right now. I don't think that's that fucking crazy. He could have obviously played that better, you know, hindsight. But if he sat in the secret door and Jamie ended up jumping out and killing him, you guys would all be sitting there like, that's just unacceptable. All he had to do was stay alive. Like, to be fair, realistically, John should have been the one to run away. And, like, stay alive glass. Like, John didn't need to take this chow. If you really... If they both, like, played this, like, they're just too separate in the 2v1 right now. To be honest with you. But, like, yeah, I don't know. Like, bro, he just got, like, if he doesn't catch that glimpse of him, I don't think it's, like... I guess it's a lot worse in Codcaster. It's like, yeah, if he doesn't catch that glimpse of him, that works. Like, that was a split second, like, I don't know. It could have been played better. It could have been played better. But I don't think that was as much, like, I thought Tom, like, trolled to the max. That could have been played better for sure. But, like, that's more of, like, you know, if Insight jumps out there and guns Tom, everyone's saying the same thing right now. Like, oh, I just can't believe Tom sat there and took that chow. Like, wasn't a good play, by no means. Tom could have played it better. But I don't think that was as bad. I think John could have ran away too. Like, I feel like they both didn't need to do what they did right there. To be fair. They both did not need to do what they did right there. Like, I think that was bad team play more than only a solo bad play out of Tom. Like, I think they just made a really bad decision in that 2v1 as, like, both of them. Caster makes it look a lot worse, for sure. Yes. Alright, first blood going to 10. Do they win this round? Do they start getting rounds under their belt? Oof. And he's able to plan for the clutch. So is that another... Wait, that's a 4v2 that gets instant traded. So a 3v2 again. And he's able to plan for the clutch spot again. So you have actually... Cammy should be able to watch the cross from... Bruh. Nah, no chance they lose this round. They don't lose this round. Yeah, they don't. They don't lose this round. They don't lose this round. I'm not even watching. They don't lose this round. Okay. It's going to adjust the way that Paris now take this offensive round. Surely bomb goes towards B. Did make a bit of noise, so they have to be a little bit concerned about it. But in the meantime, damn, Don get Jimbo gets him. How the fuck did Jimbo get middle like that? Oh, yeah, he had secret. Okay, I was saying, what the fuck? He is all over him. This is a good play out of Paris. Did make a bit of noise, so they have to be a little bit concerned about it. But in the meantime, Temp again able to find that first blood, and hey, Jimbo aggressive with the automaton in the middle of the map, able to find the next one. And that was a good play out of Jimbo. 4v1. All right, Paris is bouncing back. They should probably be up 4-0 though. Yes, I see why people were saying they were trolling this map. Yeah, the B retake is tough, man. The B retake is really tough. We're watching the cross. They know at minimum 2 players are going to be over towards this A site, so
Got to take it slow, and looks like might be setting up a bit of the old bait and switch. Bands makes the move. Jimbo's gonna spot him. CleanX checking corners, and they got a little bit of.
Oh, good pick, good pick, good pick, good pick.
Gets that first blood.
Nice shots as well, holding the line well. John definitely got spotted on the crosses, no doubt about it. Higgs the coverage from CleanX. He's trying to find an opening. Wow, manages to get it done. In he goes now. This could get ugly real quick. John, protect the toesies. Gravity now in.
Nice.
The bomb plant. That's huge. 2v2 now. CleanX tag 2 situation now as Ultra got to recover the bomb. They've got 30 seconds.
Oh, it's a good play at Insight.
And they're waiting for Insight to make the play. He's going on that full flank, and for the moment, pairs haven't turned their heads at all.
Yeah, it's a good play.
Might just be
Oh!
kills, but he makes the move. He actually shoots him.
I was gonna say double wrap him, double wrap him.
Flanking him, he makes the read, but I don't know if the timing's gonna be
Oh,
there.
they're taking too long.
And that at least
They're taking too long. What are they, what's going on?
Insight again just finds a way.
He finds a way to somehow get away with it. You're going to see.
Yeah, they took too long right there. That sucks.
They're not necessarily in a great spot to cover it. Here comes Gravity and John scratching their heads, trying to get involved. Oh, Insight. Hold it. He
Tough. 1v1.
clueless. CleanX has lost him.
I think CleanX got spectator. I think he actually had one of his teammates call that he saw him stone, but whatever the case may be.
Yeah, he's not gonna find him here.
10 seconds left. You
Okay.
fall down.
They just took too long. That's tough.
Jimbo now trying to be as sneaky as he possibly can. This little secret door has been.
We'll skip forward through some next rounds here and then obviously go. I know this is round 11, so we'll watch round 11 for sure. What the fuck?
CleanX. Jimbo caught him there in his hands. That was a bizarre little moment.
Jimbo's exposing this setup right now in on Toronto. Jimbo's exposing that lane. He's doing well with that.
You will take the gift from above, and well, speaking of above, gravity up top,
Woo!
down low, and there's the perfect trade, John. That was there's
All right.
by Stone.
4v3, 4v4.
Are ready for any secret pushes.
Hold up.
I don't know when his spot.
Okay, so here we go.
Brilliance here on Berlin. To get out.
I didn't watch this round 11. I didn't get to watch this. We were scrimming. So let's see.
Odd stack for Paris.
4 on 4.
There we go. Paris trying to close this one out quickly. Hoping tags from Jimbo.
All right, he's instant 3v3.
Nade out of bounds, but once again, it is Tem with those first bloods. Relentless in his pursuit of brilliance here on Berlin.
I think that might be it's 5 or 6 for Temp, so he has been a menace. But honestly, everyone right now, I mean, the slang in this game, by the way, Paris have absolutely dominated. The clutches, though, that is where Ultra have been at their finest. A 3 versus 3, plenty of time to work with. And this A plant is wide open. Toronto going to get this down for Paris, still stacking.
What's going on?
We'll see what the game plan is for the retake if they try to flank. Well, Insight, the man they have to deal with first.
Insight could time this so well. Bance has got train side covered. You got the deep coverage there from Cammy. Last ditch attempt, but honestly, it could all come down to Insight. Has he seen anyone yet? I don't think so. He's doing laps all around the place now. And Bance, here we go. Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's crept on through, but Insight does find.
Yeah.
And Bance gets his kill.
That sucks. Like, Paris kind of just gave him the entire map and just said, like, we're going to sit here and play a 3v3 retake. And then they obviously just don't get the retake, like, in their favor. You know, that sucks. Obviously, they probably regret giving up the A site. But, again, if they were have to be, that would have worked. That's just unfortunate. That, you know, that retake was tough. You said they trolled round 10? Did they? Let's see. Where is it? Let's see. Okay, we'll watch it right here.
Quick hit over towards A as well. CleanX was shooting for
Big first blood.
look for the
Insta trade. Okay.
We're doing it, so CleanX there for at least that first trade.
Oh, we're just... Oh.
I think that gives you sort of an idea of why CleanX likes to shoot through the wall to
It-
take that spot.
They didn't even, like, go to trade CleanX. That was so weird.
Body towards A, and I'd say for Bance number 5, an opportunity to go on a perfectly timed flank. I don't know when his spidey senses are tingling, but he'll be the player that has that opportunity.
And looking at the positioning of the Ultra players, there's almost no way back now from Paris Legion. They are committed to this site. They're trying to get the bomb down. Here comes the hit. Massive
3v2? Nah.
range there. The MP40 gets brought down, and now
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. Damn, they just don't want the secret pinch, and he hits the pinch. That sucks. Like what? When they get the bomb down here,
massive win again out of 10. CleanX, even with a range,
and then he's just watching the glass hall pinch? Yeah.
the MP40 gets brought down.
That sucks, because then he runs out into that, basically the pre-fire. Yeah, that's rough. That sucks. The one gap that was open, Bance took it. He was watching like the glass hall pinch, and they didn't watch the secret pinch, and he just pinched that. Yeah, that does suck. Obviously, Paris could have won this map in like dominant fashion if they didn't fucking troll. But obviously, at the same time, I feel like, you know, a lot of teams have been trolling this year, like in Search. Like you see a lot of those plays from every team. So it's just like kind of, yeah, he right there, that wasn't really a troll. He kind of just takes the gap and gets a 2-piece, and then Temps left in a 1v2, and it's just like unfortunate. But like in general, I feel like a lot of teams right now, like, yeah, like those rounds like really slip away from you this year. It's kind of weird, to be honest. All right. That sucks. Obviously, that's a major fucking L in that situation. So, what do you guys think of this new control, though? I don't think we've had a new podcast since the new control. You guys like the ticks better? What do you guys think? Fries, thank you for that resub. I appreciate you. What do you guys think?
Love the fact that this gets switched over to ticks, and
Yeah. What do you guys think of this?
you see Ultra's record not too shabby, but you give them more freedom. Those two teams are like the very best, especially on this map. This game stands for the moment.
They're playing with ticks now. Yes. Ticks decide basically last round defense. So for those that are new to the CDL or just don't know what we're talking about really quick, I'll explain it. So basically right now, Paris is on offense. What happened, I don't think we've seen a game for 5 control. Have we not? That sucks. I haven't been paying attention. But so basically, well, it's funny though, you don't see a game 5 control now though, because I feel like people are being more aggressive on offense now, and now you're seeing more offensive wins too, probably. I'm sure that there's correlation there. But like, so basically, Paris is on offense. If Paris were to cap 3 ticks a day, like 1 tick, 2 tick, 3 tick, you know, A is gone. And then there's 3 ticks at B. So basically, the way last round defense is decided now is whichever team collects the most ticks on the objective ends up getting last round defense. So for example, if like Paris caps A, but nothing at B, and then, you know, Ultra caps A and then 1 tick at B, it's like 4 ticks to 3 ticks. And they're doing technically better for like that last round defensive advantage, you know? So, realistically speaking, like, it comes down to, it just makes you play more aggressive on offense, and it makes you make those pushes, like, one last time, because why not? Where, like, before everyone's camping their base because they didn't want to get slayed down on their offenses and obviously not get that last round defense. So, like, I personally think this makes control a little bit more fast-paced and just a little bit better. I like it a lot. I think in scrims it's been playing better. I think in just general it's been playing better. I think you're going to see a lot more offensive wins now because, like, you know, that 15-15 moment where teams are like, I don't know if we should push and, like, you know, throw our lives away and kind of just get smoked. Like, now they're going to go for it. But that's like 2 or 3 more pushes if you do it right, right? So it's like, I think you're going to see a lot more team pushes and a lot more aggressive last-second plays that actually can win you games and stuff. So, I don't know. I personally like it. And it's also like, for example, dominant defensive rounds where if you don't let them cap A or B, like, that's fucking huge, you know? And back before, it didn't fucking matter. So it's just like, I think in general, it's just good. Yeah, on defensive teams are pushing points more too because you don't want to let them get the ticks, right? Like, and if you have that dominant defense, it actually can be a fucking game changer. So it's like, yeah, it adds so much more strategy of like, do we want to stop this point or are we willing to give them A but then stop B? Like, there's so much to it. Definitely a W change. Like, even like right here, like, Paris is probably not going to win this round, but if they were to get, like, you know, if they were to cap A here, that's like actually huge, even though it's 26 seconds left. Like, that's really big for them to cap A or, you know, get ticks at B and like, cap B somehow. But like, they're probably not going to win the round as a whole, but they could still like really make themselves come back. So it's just really important, like shit like that. So here. Very interesting that we, like, you know, they got off A. He actually, okay, he gets whack away with his live. I was about to say, holy shit. That was really risky. If John died right there, that would have been really risky. Do I feel like it's more defensive heavy now? I think you're tripping. I think we just saw the most offensive wins probably yet. I don't know the stats on that. You're going to see more offensive wins now because of the tick change, 100%. But if you're talking about defensive heavy in general because of the spawn, like, you know, like you spawn a little closer on defense, then maybe. What do you mean exactly? But I'm talking about in control in general. You'll see more attempts to win offenses, which will probably lead to more offensive wins. Not by like a crazy margin probably, but it'll still be more. You'll see more pushes and shit. You won't see on Gavutu a 20-20 everyone camping in their base. There's definitely more strategy now. It's like way better. This is how it should have been, obviously. There was at least one offensive win every Tuscan. Yeah, that's what I mean. And I feel like a lot of those offensive wins come from when it's like 15-15, you know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not going to push this because if we push this and die, then we're fucked for defensive last round, you know? Where now it's not like not even a thought in your head, so people are so much more aggressive. And like that last 30 seconds like really actually matters. Like for example, they cap A, this last 30 seconds in 8 to 11 in the old control, why the fuck would you push? Obviously in this situation, you're on B, so you're going to push. But like, why the fuck would you push? You're not going to give them that extra fucking couple kills, right? That makes no fucking sense. But now it doesn't fucking matter about your lives, and you're going to push it. If you get one tick in this last 30 seconds, that could be the fucking game. You know what I mean? That could be the game. So I definitely think it makes better. Yeah, so they get stopped down, but still much better.
I mean, hey, fly forward, try to play for these final few kills. What does the difference make? It's only for stats. Let's go. Used to it. Did they get a tick on B at all?
So they get no ticks at B.
Mid-split. Obviously, Ultra, we've talked about their sort of...
Now also, like for example, like here, even though, you know, it's early in lives and like Toronto hasn't won this round, like if Toronto gets one tick at B here, you know, they're ahead in this game, like playing for the long run. And now they have 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get one tick on B to get ahead of this team, right? It's just so different. Like, it's so different. There's so much strategy to it, dude. There's so much more strategy than there was. Let's skip forward so they get 2 ticks. Do they win this offense? Yeah, they do. Okay, back up. Sorry, my bad. Watch it from here. Yeah, like right now they're already ahead before they win this offense. Oh shit. Nah. Okay. Players like this change, yes. All players like this change. I don't think there's a single player that thinks this is a bad change. I'd be surprised if there were.
This might be a situation where you want to get the segment capture, not necessarily get all the lives, right? So obviously you get the kills, but maybe leave someone alive and try to capture the point. But obviously prepare to just... I feel like Toronto just sat on that fucking point pretty with like out any of those nades hitting. I don't know. I feel like they could have at least got a nade kill right there. That was interesting. Just need someone to make that big clean X style. Basically with no trophies, even trying to stack this point, never an easy task.
Yeah, I was saying, I'm pretty sure Paris has an opportunity right here. Yeah, they do. Back it up, sorry. All right. They had like an opportunity to win this right here. Like this is, but like my point is like this is really hard to fully cap a point in one push. Very hard to do. Possible, yes. Toronto basically just kind of did it, but they got 2 ticks. But still, like, oh shit, that would have been nasty 3-piece. Not enough. Honestly, that push from Paris was a decent push. It just sucks that they're already down 0-2. Like that would have been a good offensive round right there, but. Yeah. They didn't stack the point, though, there either. And then they challenge off the point and die and shit. Like, they probably actually could have capped that if they were on it a little bit more, but that was just tough. It's hard to stack that point with nades, though, at the same time. So, like, you know. It's easier to say, like, just get on the point, but, like, and then, like, 6 nades land on your head, you know? Podcaster needs a way to track ticks. Now, they definitely do. So, like, for example... Like, you're completely right. I definitely think they should tell you how, like, maybe, like, right here, like, under, or, like, right here or something. It tells you how many ticks they have. I think that'd be good. Yeah, that was a good push. It just happened too late. Unfortunate. So, you guys want to talk about the P3 spawns we were saying on Tuscan? I'm pretty sure... Yeah, what, like, right here? You guys want to talk about this? Our P3 spawn is going to be changed before Major on Tuscan. I don't think so, dude. I mean, fuck. We fly out for the Major in like what, a week? Not even, less than a week. Like I don't think so. I think we're stuck with this.
yourself into the hard point first and win the rotation, you may as well just smash through the front door.
Wait, they cost Ultra? When? How is this costing Ultra? Are you talking about the next P3?
The offense again. Paris though, hold the line. Unsight with the kills coming through, and finally the 3 remaining members there of Paris. Oh, Cammy winning one. But again, trades abound. CleanX, he's able to get.
Am I missing something? I missed it. Sorry, I was looking at my chat. Did I miss it? My bad. Okay, yeah, let's watch this again. My fault. I was looking at chat. All right, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I didn't watch this part. All right, let's see what you're talking about. What the fuck? Hold up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not a good spawn. That's tough. That's a rough one right there. Yeah, but at the same time, I will say, like, the field spawn is just not being blocked. Again, dude, every time I like try and like, trust me, I'm not like defending, you know, I'm not defending the spawn logic here, because I am like one of the most traditional spawn logic lovers of all time, in the sense where, like, I think the spawn system in this game is obviously ass, but like at the same time, I also never complain about it and stuff, because at the end of the day, like, complaining about stuff that's not going to get changed doesn't help you. So, like, you know, I make that a, you know, I just, you know, I complain about all you want, you still have to deal with it, right? So you have to figure it out. I don't know, in the Vanguard world, dude, if like you're not block, like, he's, you know, the field spawns open, you're not blocking it, there's a potential that they spawn there. It makes no fucking sense why he does, and he shouldn't be. So, like, I'm not defending, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not defending this, like, you know, oh, you should have just made it better, like, but like, the field spawns open, dude. It is what it is. Like, you gotta, like, in this game, dude, with the spawn system, you gotta be perfect. And if you're not, and even sometimes when you are perfect, it ain't your friend, you know? So it's like, if you're not perfect, and you get fucked for it. Like, it happens to my team all the time, too. It happens to everybody. Like, it just sucks. So it's just like, you know, trying the reason with the spawn point's open. Does he have any business spawning here? No. Like, so it's just like, I don't know. Like, to be fair, that spawn point is what cost them. There are other moments where Ultra Throw. Listen, I say this to my team all the time. I, like, you know, specifically, if you're complaining, like, every once in a while, look, every once in a while, you're going to be playing the best teams in the world, right? And you're going to have a really, like, back and forth. And then, like, that one spawn's going to really fuck you. And you're going to feel like it really, you know, fucked you over. And you're going to be pissed about it. But, like, 99% of the time, you can probably go back into the game and be like, well, we made a mistake here, and here. And that spawn did not help us and ended up costing us in the end. But if mistake 1, 2, 3, and 4 didn't happen, we probably would have won that game without that spawn. You know what I mean? And yeah, it sucks in the competitive world that we're here where spawns like this shit do exist, and it does fucking suck. And again, I'm not defending this at all. I'm really not. But like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. And if you're not perfect and you make mistakes, especially in a game like this, it happens. It fucking sucks. It really does. But it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just kind of how it works, dude. Like, you got to be damn near fucking perfect. And if you're not, you get fucking faulted for it. Like, it's just, that's what I tell, like, you know, if I ever catch, like, my team fucking complaining about that shit, I always say the same shit. I'm like, listen, you can complain about how that spawn lost you that hill, but what about this hill, that hill, and this hill? You know, there's always more to the story with that. It still does suck, like, being a player myself, especially when I was younger, too. Bro, when I would get fucked over by something stupid like that, I would just feel like, you know, like, what am I fucking playing? This game fucking sucks. You know, you get all fucking pissed off and worked about it and emotional about it. Like, I understand it. It fucking sucks. But at the same time, there's always more to it, you know? So, like, this sucks that he spawns there and obviously now performs a clean break. So, yeah, that is miserable. Toronto probably is losing full, but you gotta work with what you got. Yeah, exactly, Smoke. It's you know, I hate saying it, but I say it to my team all the time, too. I say that to my team all the time, too. I have a strict policy of that. That's like one of my least favorite things in competing, is like complaints like that. Like, as a coach now. Fuck, I wish I had someone to fucking roast my stupid fucking ass when I was younger. When I was complaining in myself, you know what I mean? But
Goes, though, Ultra, at least in the back first. Jimbo, though, from up top, guns 2 players down and take all that time to rotate just to take the gunny.
all right, so yeah, those spawns are obviously interesting. Do they happen again? Do they happen again? Because Ultra goes up right now. Ultra's frying. Ultra's looking good. Unacceptable for a competitive game. I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that. I think the spawn system this year is super unfortunate for the competitive world, and I think that any game that comes out with the pro league should be spawn systems and stuff should be like really focused on. I'm completely agree. Not arguing that. I agree. All right, listening.
Name their side, name their side, you by the way.
Nate fire, side, their side, behind the tree, Jimbo behind the tree, I got
Left
left him, wait.
Fuck.
One's of the
We're
plan,
gonna flip. Last guy mid, he's gonna be their side, you.
Yeah, church dead.
Nice.
Laying down, I'm seeing you push.
I'm trying to pick up mid quick.
Mid, Jimbo. Fire. Grabbing mid, grabbing middle, absolute. Grabbing middle, absolute.
And also just like really quick, like again, Ultra's up 135 to 95 with those spawn system with that spawn. Like yes, it sucks that they could have got more time and they could be up more, but like, you know,
Other side, I think.
still a very winnable, like this, you know, a very winnable game.
Okay. We can know Jamie hit one, it could be church, yeah.
Looking for.
I got low. Looking for theory. Okay, yeah. They could be in church. Two P5. John's absolute. He's not gonna push it.
Yeah.
Did you see him, Toby? Worst time?
Fuck's sake.
Oh,
Right? Absolute plan. I'll kill this guy. I need it. Careful.
Could already be in
I'm
the
watching
back,
church,
man.
back. Yeah, he's right. In the back, man. I'm absolute. There's two.
Weak church ramp. He's in church. In church.
Mochi
Stay
church. Jimbo church dead. Don't try and push me. He's pushing you out. L dead. One more. John L. Fucking smoke him. Nice. One more.
Oh.
Weak top part. Nice dead.
Don't ramp. Absolute ramp.
Jesus.
He's on top green.
I'm wrapping over.
Ramp, you're in the back. Yeah, ramp. Good ramp.
I'm in P5.
Nice. Slow us down. Wait, you didn't hit me? Grab me in the back. Top church. Absolute top church. Absolute top church. He's gone mid. He's already gone mid. Could be out. Last guy nearly flip. I'm going through mid.
Yeah. Gravity dead. I'm just being annoying.
Yeah, I'm coming left on you.
I'm going top. Where is he?
Jimbo dead. Nice. I'm going top.
Gonna be behind you.
I'm top.
Name God heady.
He's behind me, church. He's gone you. Okay.
Oh,
Listen, he's in useless.
Okay.
Wants to be mid alley.
so really quick, I'm gonna back it up. I just want to see something because I was like listening to the listening. And I want to like, you know, interrupt the listening here. Hold up, sorry. So like here. So what? He gets this kill in the front. I mean, bro, like they just leave the back wide open for them to get flipped on this P2 with 53 seconds left. That shit, like, I don't know. I feel like they could have really fucking solidified themselves as like a hefty lead here, you know? This is rough stuff. That's like common sense shit, obviously, you know what I mean? No, like no one watched the pinch. That just like that's common sense shit. They just don't do that. And then obviously, you know, skipping forward now. Here we go. They didn't pick up the pinch. That's just, it is what it is. Backing up right here. Sorry. Those comms sounded fine to me, by the way. Let's just try. I don't really comment on Toronto's comms anymore because they're usually the same every time. They usually sound pretty good. Yeah, that was just tough. They leave the back open and then Paris just makes that mistake. Like takes that mistake and runs with it. Unacceptable from a team like Ultra. Too good. Yeah, no. I mean, teams make mistakes all the time. That was a common sense mistake. They know that, and that's like when you make those mistakes, like teams are gonna take it and run with it. You know. Like it is what it is. They're playing like they're still playing Cold War. Picking up the pinch in Cold War was the most important thing. What do you mean? If they were playing like it was Cold War, they would have just picked up the pinch right there. They just made a mistake. Like I don't think that has anything to do with like Cold War.
Only a one-hit attack now through the front line. That's going to be from inside. Pistol in hand, in a little bit of trouble, waiting for the squad.
Does Ultra got to blow it up? Bro, I'm so tired with the blow it up fucking things, dude. I'm so over the blow it up comments. Bro, a team is allowed to go through a slump and be okay. It's Major too. Like they're still, bro. Again, yes, they can't win their hard points, but it's like simple shit like that. If they just pick up the pinch right there, they probably win this game. Like it's like you don't need to blow it up because, like, you know, like, dude, I swear, like, I understand that this is a very, very cutthroat league, and I understand that you want to win at all times and you don't want to play for second, the whole like mentality. But at the same time, you can't just like, I don't know, dude. Like you're allowed to go through a hard point struggle, dude. If this team starts winning one of their 2 hard points in their series, they're probably I don't know what their record are. They 1-4 right now. I don't know. 0-4, 1-3. I don't know what their record is, but they're probably 3-1. They probably flip back, you know, like. You know what I mean? Like they're like, dude, like they're 1 hard point way a win from 2 majors though. 2 majors though. I mean, bro, they got 4th last major. We haven't even played the major yet. Obviously, they're not looking like, you know, they're not sitting pretty right now to get a good place to get this next major. But like, you're allowed to have a bad major and get better. Like, if we're being realistic, I'm not arguing that Toronto is good right now. I'm arguing that you're allowed to struggle and get better. Like you're allowed to struggle and get better. Like it's allowed to happen. Like I like, again, if Major 3 qualifiers come along and they're still not winning hard points, maybe it starts getting a little bit scary. But like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just old school, but like I just think like getting better is just so doable. No, I know you're not arguing. I'm just saying, like, I'm not arguing that you're not, like, your points are not wrong. That's basically what I meant to say. I know I worded that wrong. Kind of came off like a dickhead. Like, your points are not wrong. Like, you're making valid points, but at the same time, it's just like, when people say blow it up, I feel like there's just never a solution. You know, like, there's like, it's kind of hard. Like, I just feel like Toronto makes simple mistakes right now that are so fixable. They keep happening and it's frustrating, but I don't think it's this time to give up on the team, you know? I just don't think it's like time to just give it up. I don't know. I'm a big believer that there's just like so doable to get better and do stuff. Like, it's just so weird. Like the time I think it's necessary to blow it up to basically, if you give it like, you know, give you a point, is when you're like, you know, on the cusp of not going to champs and shit. Like, you know, if, for example, if Toronto were to go to the next event, get slammed, then all of a sudden they find themselves in like 8th place. Now you're like, uh-oh, you know, we got to go to champs, you know? But I just don't think, I don't know. I just think they have so much potential still, and just like it's too early just to like blow it up. And if you're gonna blow it up, like, what's the good solution? You have to have a good solution. You can't just drop, like, for example, what would you say? This hypothetically, I'm dropping Kleenex. I don't know what Kleenex stats are, and I would never drop him. He's incredible. But like, I'm dropping Kleenex. Okay, now what? You know, like, what are you doing? Like, you know, like, who are you gonna get? Like, it's just, I don't know. It just, I just don't think, like, I don't know. I just wouldn't lose faith like that. I feel like people are so recent bias. Like the recency bias in this community is crazy sometimes. And that doesn't save you from everything, but there's still like time where like practice and figuring it out as a team is a thing. They have a really good sub. So you think Hixie for Kleenex is the answer? Here, sorry, I'm going back to watching spawns. My bad. We're just having a conversation. I know you guys are talking about these spawns. My bad. Here we go.
Get a single point, the hold for Tuscan P3. Here we go.
single second for Paris Legion to force the game 5. Toronto Ultra, the hold has to quite
These spawns, like, how do they fuck them?
literally be.
Wait, what, did I miss something?
Here comes the slow push. Time ticking. It's going to be one good hit now. 10 seconds now on the clock. Nades coming through from Bands. Locking this one down. Through the backside we go.
Oh, right there. Yeah.
You have to keep them off the point.
Yeah, that's rough. That fucking sucks. Like, that number 2 spawn. Again, these spawns are horrible. I'm not I'm not defending this spawn at all. Like, in that sense. Like, this middle spawn and that spawn, you should never spawn parallel. Realistically, number 2 should have spawned right here. Number 7 should have spawned right here. Honestly, this middle spawn shouldn't even exist. Like, this number 2 shouldn't spawn right here at all. And number 7 should never... Like, this shouldn't even be a spawn, in my opinion. It should be this spawn, that spawn, and then a really far out, like, maybe like a church spawn if you were to block both of them or something. You know what I mean? Like, if you were blocking both of them, you spawn them, like, really deep or something. Because the Godheady spawn's also stupid, in my opinion. So it's like, they should, like... The way spawns should work in Call of Duty, in my opinion, I don't even care if they're squad spawn, but whatever it is, it just should be like, you know, spawn X, spawn Y, and then spawn Z. You get one spawn that's usually a little bit closer, you get one spawn that's a little bit farther, and then you get one spawn, if you're blocking both spawn points, you spawn all the way out. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's the best spawn system. I think it's the most consistent. I think it's the best, like, where it's like number 2 and number 7 should not be spawning parallel to each other, right next to each other. But I think what you're going to start seeing from players is this spawn system. Like, look, watch. You see how number 7's not looking to the right? I'm not defending this play because it's been early. Like, you know, we just got this Tuscan change. But I think, like, that spawn is just going to become something where, like, you spawn middle and you're just going to have to read, like, yo, they're probably field. You know, are we blocking field? No, they could be spawning field. Number 7 spawns middle. He goes, yo, I spawn middle. I'm picking up your middle alley. And then runs and picks up middle alley instead of going to help the hill. You know what I mean? It's not a good spawn system at all. It's fucking stupid. But again, you got to play with what you got. Like, you know. But still, like, yes, the spawns on P3, fuck them. But, like them leaving the back open on P2, in my opinion, is completely unacceptable, right? What is Bance doing here? What do you mean? Bance is just trying to pick up the back. If number 2, if number 7 kills number 2, they win the game. Bance is still alive in the back to fight number 3 with number 7. I don't think Bance does anything wrong here, really. Like, I think Bance is just making sure they don't get through the back, and he's expecting them to all be coming in the back. Like, Bance doesn't know right at this moment in time, Bance doesn't know number 2 is about to kill number 7. He doesn't have fucking X-ray vision. Like, Bance is just picking up the back, and he knows that someone got through wine. If this guy goes out wine and Bance dies, like, this is... Like, if number 7 were to cut off number 2 right now, we're chilling. So, like, this spawn does fuck them, for sure. Like, the spawns are fucking horrible. And I hope they get fixed. But if they don't get fixed, you're just going to start seeing people, like, block. You know what I mean? Like, just it's going to be a different way to play the hill. I don't know. That shit sucks. I hate talking about this, because I hate defending. I hate trying to defend shitty spawn logic. But at the end of the day, you have to do what you have to do. So, I don't know. It definitely very, very much sucks. But yeah, and then this last map, there's not much to break down, honestly. Paris just fucking fry them. Like, literally, Paris just fried them last round. Like, this wasn't even that crazy. Like, Paris just kind of fucking smoke them. 6-2. Honestly, Paris should have won that Berlin, too. So, like, Paris kind of won both searches. You know what I mean? So, it's like, even though, like, understand your logic, not just play a tight hill. We need 2 seconds, need 1. Yeah, dude, the whole thing, understand that, but why not just play up tight hill? Because, look, I'll back up to that point one more time, because I'll take some questions about the series. Hold up. My bad. Where is it? Is it right here? Right here. Here. 1 second. So you're saying, like, at this moment, like, look at Bance. Right here. Jimbo. He knows someone's in wine. If Bance plays a tight hill here, they just get overwhelmed. Gravity can come out and pinch them this way, and they can get up close on you guys, and he's, like, cutting him off. It's like... So you're saying you think Gravity should just sit in the hill and play a tight hill. If he does that, number 1, which is Gravity, would literally run through wine, do a bunny hop out to Godheady, and fucking smoke you. Like, if you just completely give up this side of the map, like, you're just giving them so much map. Like, I don't think Bance makes a mistake here at all. If Bance sits in the hill, he just gets fucking overwhelmed and they all die. Like, they can get pinched from fucking Godheading now. You're leaving. This is the most important map, right? Like, this side right here, like, if you give them this fucking bunny hop out to challenge you, like, you can really get fucking smoked. I don't think Bance really makes a bad play. Bance knows that there's a guy behind him. So Bance is looking for this guy. He doesn't know he's going to get teammated, which obviously sucks. Like, I don't think he makes a play. Like, dude, the big play right here is number 2. If number 7 understood the spawns and picked up the right, which again, I'm not saying he should have understood those spawns. Those are basically, it's so new that, like, you know, very unreadable spawns. But if number 7 like understood that spawn, like, you know, had a month to play this game on the new spawn system, and it's not, you know, brand new, and he picks up that pinch, that's, you know, I don't think he makes a bad play. Because even if Bance was sitting in the hill right now, if Bance is sitting in the hill staring at the back like you want him to, what do you think number 2 does right now? Number 2 just shoots him in the back and the game's over anyway. Like, nothing happens here. If Bance is in this hill, right here, number 2 kills number 7. Bance is in this hill with number 8, staring at the back. Number 2, what's it called? What's it called? Gravity would have challenged one of them, and even if Gravity kills one and gets traded by Bance, Bance is left in the hill by himself. Number 3 and number 2 kill Bance before that fucking tick goes off. 100%. I don't think Bance really. I don't think Bance fucking could have done anything. That just literally comes down to the fucking shitty ass spawn that they got. But again, with the no bullshit policy that I was saying, it's like at the same time, like, Ultra loses a 2-point game if they didn't leave the back open. If they didn't leave the back open and blow one of the biggest money hills probably right now, they would have. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Highlighting Bance's play, in my opinion, is silly. It's just. Like, it's just tough. And no way he could have picked up the pinch. He thought they were all roof. Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying Insight made a mistake. I'm saying, I guarantee you here in 2 weeks' time, where people play Tuscan more, they'll start realizing if they spawn middle and field is open, that they'll start picking up on the field pinch. I guarantee you that becomes a thing. Like, but right now it's just too raw to know that. I don't know. This map, this spawn system fucking sucks right now. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, like, when you make other mistakes that lead to a 2-point game, this game could really fucking hurt you with the shitty spawns. So I agree. I don't know why they changed the spawns on P3, to be honest. I actually didn't think they were as terrible as they were. But whatever. And then, yeah, so we can go to the next match. All right. Los Angeles Guerrillas limit LA Thieves dominance in P2 on Berlin. Find success on a second S&D map. 4 and 3 on Berlin. 1 and 5 in the rest of the maps. Opportunity and control. Blah, blah, blah. Honestly, the key to victories or kind of whatever nowadays. LA Thieves, S&D in the path to contention. 6 in the 11 this record. Play aggressive at all together. 4v3 situations. Have a game plan for your retakes in S&D. Okay. Are there vetoes here? Do we do vetoes yet? Any vetoes? Any vetoes? Any vetoes? I hate that they don't show the vetoes every time. Okay. All right. Tuscan Hardpoint. Let's watch it.
At the moment, Octane opening up off the rip. Just looking for a few kills here, and Envoy managing to get that pinch round as well. Good opener for LA Thieves straight away onto this one, but I'm predicting a very back and forth game. The realistic kind of thing between these two teams is neither has looked dominant in any way. Lots of weaknesses and lots to shape up before they get to the major.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird series, isn't it? I think nobody's quite sure which way it's going to go. If it comes in this one, it'll be a quite split across the board. I'd imagine a lot of people probably lean towards Thieves.
Aftermap while they show vetoes? Yeah, sometimes they show it before, though. I like when they show it before the series. I like it. I like knowing the vetoes before the series starts. That's just because I like the vetoes. I'm obviously a little biased there. Jason played out of his mind this series. I love that guy, man. Guy's on demon mode, dude. Asim's on demon mode. Asim goes off at one point. Yeah, I think Vito should be shown over the fucking keys to victory, in my opinion. But I'm pretty sure the keys to victory are like a sponsor segment. And he would be a lot more impactful with a sub, in my opinion. I mean, Kenny's been running an AR for how long now? I don't think Kenny doesn't like the sub roll. Kenny likes the flex roll. He's like, I feel like that's been the thing for like the last 3 years. Kenny's ran a sub in one game. And ever since that one game, I feel like he hasn't really preferred the sub roll over it. I don't know.
And yeah, I mean, that's a really good hold by Guerrillas. All things said, they weren't the first ones there by any stretch of the imagination. But look at this little
Got a nasty 3-piece at the end of this map? Okay.
outside, but 3 dead momentarily. That's very, very quickly. They're going to fall down.
That was a fucking nasty break at LAG.
The back spawned in towards tiles for Thieves. LAG got a bit of a hold on this here.
Oh. A re-break. You got to do what you got to do when you can't win. I mean, you say that, but if he switches to a sub roll and is not good, that's not doing what you got to do. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Like, just because you can't win all of a sudden doesn't mean you just start switching roles and doing shit that will just make you even worse. Like, I think, you know, if Kenny's clearly uncomfortable, like, I'm not speaking for Kenny here because I don't know. But if Kenny is clearly uncomfortable with a sub and it makes him play worse, like, I don't think that makes them better. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, imagine, like, Octane's playing bad with an AR, just make him run a sub. Like, I don't think that's just going to, you know, like, that doesn't just solve the pressure. I mean, it's like to solve the problem. All right, here we go. Holy shit. Does LA have a sub? I want to say their sub's Pentagram. I want to say their sub's Pentagram. Alright, so LA Thieves is fighting here. I didn't get to watch this series really at all because this is when we were like, when this series is going on, we're obviously next match, we're like warming up. So like I'm watching my own team scrims like in depth here. So I didn't get to watch too much of this. Obviously, you know, I watched Ace and Fry like, you know, I was like peeking back and forth. All right, so if we skip forward here. All right, so this is like a reset. This is like a pretty even reset. Obviously, you know, 20 points ish, but like not the, you know, not a bad first rotation for either team. Let's see what happens. LA Thieves is in a spot here to control this too. LA Thieves is a really good spot to like take this lead. This is like a money hill if you do it right. Big kill out of Kenny. Oh shit. Well, they got first blood there, and then they got broken, which is never what you want to see. That sucks, because, yeah, LA Thieves could have taken that over for sure. All right, so that's a good bounce back here, though. They get the last 13. Okay. Listen in here. I gotta listen in here. Let's listen in to see what we're working with.
I'm gonna go mess with that. Go for it. I'll go short. Yeah. Oh, bottom church. Church weak. Ace him. He's inside front door church. I'm looking for him. I can air Tom. Down middle maps. Yeah, I'll see it.
Oh, go. Nice.
Let's in the back. On the deep stairs. One short of me, one shot turret. They're two turrets. I can get your short and second short. They're both one shot.
Holy shit.
Two turrets, two back. I need every time. Hold your back, Ellie. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. Two in the back. I need it out. Matt's late. Back alley, weak. Two back alley. That's you. Up plat. Bro. Other back alley, Tom. Shot plat. No, one shot plat. Absolute free kill. Top turret. Absolute. I'll tell me somewhere. Oh my god. Spawn on the map, bro. I'll scout Tom, bros. Last two. Alright, they're pinned here. I'll spawn him. I'll spawn mid too, bro. I'm holding mid. Top turret. Dead. Nice. I have P1. I'm mid. Okay, I'll back up for new. Top turret to me. Top turret here. Nice. Back up. Okay. I'm gonna help you. Yeah, top turret. I got him cut. If he tells.
Top church not down me, bro.
One on me, standing well.
Top church not down. He just owns
One.
church.
There's 2 people on me.
Top church not down me. Top church down me. I'm in it.
Nice, 1v1 as well, guys.
Two roof.
I spawned 1v1. You gotta play that guy.
Get off the square.
You won Pierce?
I can't see that guy.
Yeah, you can ask it when it comes up, Sally.
Close mid lane. He's going Ivy. Peek in the back.
Ivy.
Lay down square.
Sorry, 1 second. My bad.
Two roof.
I spawned 1v1. You gotta play that guy. Top church not down me. Top
All right.
church. I'm in it.
Nice, 1v1 as well, guys.
Two roof.
I spawned 1v1. You gotta play that guy.
Get off the square.
You won Pierce?
I can't see that guy. I went top mid.
Close mid lane. He's going Ivy. Peek in the back.
Ivy.
Lay down square.
Square, lay down. On the back. In the back of me. I gotta live. Gonna be behind me still.
Fantastic stuff from Guerrillas to keep this one locked in. But
That didn't sound bad. But like it just seems like this Thieves team keeps like getting in these setups and then like they're like just like losing fights that like are just like key. Basically the reason why I backed up, sorry. I wanted to see it, but I didn't want to like ruin the listen and I kind of did anyway. But like this number 4 and number 6 fight is just like huge. I know number 4 probably has a sub and number 6 probably has an AR, so like, you know, even though he has this like godlike head glitch, like Pierce is probably at a little bit of advantage. But like look how key this fight is in my opinion. Watch. He gets this kill, and you skip forward, and now he has field, like he has field obviously. It's like look. He has field, so he gets this kill too. Like this kill on Envoy, these 2 kills on Envoy make this guy have to like, you know, flank him, and then like look, like gaps get left open because they're not able to like sit pretty. Like, you know, number 2 could have picked up middle here, but instead he has to flank this guy. So a gap gets like left open, wide open here, which sucks because of those wins on like that rotation was huge. It was like the same thing on that P1, like those wins on those rotations, like that LA Thieves are losing is like really fucking hurting them. And then like even like here, like this, you like highlight this. Like he's like looking, he doesn't know if he went like this way or that way. He's on the Godhead, he gets killed off the Godheady, and like they get broken. That shit's just fucking tough, dude. Like I feel like LA Thieves are like in the driver's seat to like you know, win these rotations and get like the initial 30-40 seconds, and they keep fucking getting gunned down. Which fucking, you know. And like LA Thieves is a kill or 2 away from like this score being flip-flop.
this one locked in, but for Thieves there is a little bit difficult to get much of time over towards P2. They're trying their best to get as much as they can over towards P3, but the spawns are going to come in here for Guerrillas after an initial very good break. Now the push is going to start coming on through, and you already see on your map that Hook is making that transition. 15 seconds to go. They want to make sure they get these rotations heading over towards Church.
Like even here, another situation, like they're in a situation where they can get the initial, you know?
Some individual rotations, and this could be a very different game. However, you can see now the LAG are trying to break this one through. Draz is going to be the first stopgap. Going to see Hugh there as well, going for the old shoulder peaks at the moment. Draz are trying to get Hugh down as well. There's been a big fight towards back tank.
Luke's going to be there as the presence. Where's the push coming from? These the rest of his team to be here. With currently stunned up, isn't able to do much. It's actually going to be.
Oh, so they hold the first 30 here. This is good. This is a good hold out of Thieves. Oh. They hold this here? Okay. Does your FaZe COD team learn from mistakes and try and improve? Yeah. That's the competitive world. Absolutely.
As of recent is what we see at the beginning of the season, but phenomenal work inside the Church is a big reason why they get so much time.
Well, they've managed to get the time, but can they now break this next one and not let that slip back away? LAG currently in control, but Kenny will open it straight back up here, but they are going to be
nice.
Kenny gets a second player as well, waiting for the reinforcements to hit at the same time, trying to wall bag a seam all the way through. Still can't get him down.
So this is when ASIM starts going on a little tear.
And that hasn't allowed Thieves to really get close.
Oh my god, a seam is absolutely cracked. Look at the man go.
Guy's fucking twisted.
Now the push is going to come from one direction from Thieves here. I'd love to see when he split mid-map just to try and get some sort of control towards stairs. They will find 2 though. The breaks look
shit. Eddie.
Really nice from the Thieves. They need a breakthrough, they need a hold, but Hook still alive and kicking, trying to break back.
Well, mass amount of nades in there. Eventually he's going to take out one of his teammates. Gunless going to try and not let him get this scratch. Oh my god. Entrance in from as well, and Draza takes 1,000,000 bullets. Somehow gets out of it, and Thieves will have control here. Keep an eye on that mini-map, though. Kenny is ready towards near P1. Has that first gun down. He's looking to get away for his teammates. Will be shut down now, but it's a big pinch coming in from Thieves. They have the rotation now. They have the advantage. And it will...
Again, that was a hard hold. They obviously don't hold on the P5, but like they're in the lead. This should be, in my opinion, this is the game. LA Thieves got no luck. I mean, listen, bro. In my opinion, there ain't luck in fucking like there is some luck in this game with some squad spawns and shit. We've talked about that, but like if you're going up to fucking luck in the competitive world, bro, you should just stop while you're at it.
Will be Guerrillas who need to find a way back into this hill.
If luck if luck is your fucking determining deciding factor, you should stop competing while you got the while you save yourself the embarrassment. Again, dude, like that break right there, like LA Thieves is just getting picked apart on these breaks.
Still 40 away. They can't quite win it here, Brycey. Thieves still can. Thieves have to try and find this break and through, but it's hard when a Seam is doing this in the back of the map.
Asim's a fucking beast. Oh, he's getting taken down by nades left and right. Oh my god, he's on a fucking tear.
Asim on absolute ice skates towards the back of church. That was insane. Slashing out with the angle. Just looking for the tippity top of the heads of the LA.
Yeah, LA Thieves is fucked here. Like even though like they have some pressure, it's like they're in such a bad spot.
This is tense now. The Thieves have to come in. They have to go. They need to find something somewhere, and a player jumps straight into it.
Yeah, I mean, as simple as it's put it as simple as you can. LA Thieves like were controlling that game even with getting outslayed. Like they were controlling a lot of those hills in that game to start those hills and just getting fucking just 4 wiped and broken. And when that's the case, like even with them getting outslayed, like bro, they're like 1 or 2 kills away from winning that map, and they just like those breaks just can't be happening. Obviously, like look at the kills. Like they're getting massively outslayed, and it's still a close game. And realistically, if LA Thieves just does not fucking screw up at one of those holes, like dude, it's just so weird to see them get broken like that so easily. I don't know. It's so weird to see like people just like run through their fucking setups like that, and just like it doesn't even matter. Drop Kenny. I gotta be getting trolled, right? That's your answer? Alright.
Kenny just using the bomb as complete cover there. Fantastic work. Only hard to see the player through, but there's this.
So in this way though, it's weird. Like, LA Thieves obviously isn't traditionally the best S&D team, but I'm pretty sure they win this S&D, right? Yeah, they just like, I'm pretty sure in a good fashion. Pretty sure they win this S&D, no? Oh no, this goes round 11. Never mind, I'm tripping. I'm sorry. My B.
Push here coming in from Thieves, but Hook up top and Grandma's dangerous spot for the Thieves to try and push.
Bro, it's so funny reading the comments in the chat, dude. Everyone was saying LA Thieves is the fucking gonna win, has a really good chance of winning Major 1, and everyone's like, all over the LA Thieves. And now they go through a struggle, and now everyone's like, blow it up. These guys suck. This team sucks. This player sucks. This guy sucks, dude. It's actually fucking wild.
But then because Thieves wrap back around again against Cole out, now here comes the push through the middle, but Hook in the middle of nowhere comes from behind at Grandma's, and now he's in a really decent spot to maybe try and do something here. But everybody from Thieves is around a 1v3 for Gunless.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they know where Gunless is now, so they will play about him. He needs to really get out of this back spawn as quickly as possible if he wants to make this.
Nah, he ain't winning this.
Defend this from the outside. They're looking for it as well. And Envoy.
He ain't winning this. Jesus. This goes round 11 though.
Through every tiny little gap in this wood. Thieves have gone still though. Draws is trying to make a move, and he's going to find it as well. Opens up Gunless.
All right, 3v3.
Back to a 3 versus 3. Goes through the first door and continues to move very, very quickly through as he's just clearing every single room for his team. And while he's doing this and making all this noise, his teammates have gone, all right, we'll get B now.
Yeah, he really just pushes through a gap in the defense of LAG. Nobody watching the Road Alley push, and yeah, he's going to see a seam here as well. Oh my god, it's actually Hook who finds the kill on him, so if they clear it out, now it's going to be about wrapping through the map for LAG.
Oh, they're getting together here, but I think as we've seen, Kenny has found one of them as well. Drones go
Nice.
gets a second, and now Slash left in a 1 versus 1 as he does get the first.
Oh shit!
Kenny as well. She's one. We've seen Kenny has found
Am I missing something?
as well. Drones go for it. Octane gets a second.
Oh, he's going to check the bomb. Okay, okay, never mind.
And now Slash left in a 1 versus 1 as he does get the first.
That was just, yeah. That wasn't too crazy. You had to check the bomb there.
Kenny, and remember, it's the Slasher World League. Everybody gets the job done. Very well played.
But if they're playing correctly and just getting outgunned, what do you do? Hope they bring the gunny next series.
Thieves do a really good job on the initial.
Listen, you guys, like, as much as I love this podcast and as much as I try and break down common sense plays, because, like, you know, common sense plays are obviously important, like, whatever. I, like, you know, I walk a very fine line of what, you know? I walk a very fine line of what, you know, I'm still the head coach of Atlanta FaZe. Like, I can't go fucking deep down and say, like, what I'm fucking doing, you know, like, what I would do in that sense, because, again, like, it's just not, like, there's obviously more to it, but it's just so, like, you know, like, shit like that, it's like, what do you want me to say there? I obviously break down as much as I can, and I see, like, people obviously like it, but it's still, it's, you know, I can't start just giving out, like, shit like that.
Dunless wants to pick off this. I don't know if he's going to find one, though. And Draza has managed to figure out exactly where he is. 1v3 for Slasher. He had the 1v2 last time. Is this a step too far?
All right.
Yes.
We're up 5-3, so the 5-3 curse sets in here, chat. Let's see what we're working with.
Let's see if they can get it done.
Like, the stuff, yeah, the stuff that I break down, I try and, you know, break it down for you guys and then give my insight when I can. But, yeah, some questions, it's just like, you know, I can't just go out and say, like, what I think the solution is or what they should be doing or how they can approach it. Like, it's, you know, that's where it becomes, you know, an issue with my own job. If I ever get, like, fired or something and I'm, like, you know, free to talk my mind, this podcast can get real spicy. But I do my best. I do my best.
Oh, wow, Slasher. Oh my word, I mean, it didn't pay off at all. LAG just ready and waiting for that push to come on through. I think as soon as Hoop finds that first and then the second comes through, they kind of set up and know it's coming. Slasher does a great job at staying alive top on.
Yeah, I think the information on that, obviously, you know, I did say before.
I don't think spicy is the right word, though. But obviously, I can just go more in depth.
Obviously, the call came in. Right, let's all just hit flank now.
All right. So let's see this next round. Here we go. We got a little 4 push B. Little 4 push B.
Looking like a B push going to come on through. These grenades going to have to be good to maybe try and find something, and there you go. Great grenade from Octane over towards the.
All right, 4v3. What are we doing? Asim's stomping around up here. Asim's loud ass, bro. You hear him? Clank, 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 clank. Look at him, bro. Oh my god, he's so loud. Oh. What the fuck? Did I do? We're at a 4v3, yeah? Yeah, we are. Okay, that's unfortunate. Damn, bro. We just said, fuck it. We're going all separate ways, dude. Yeah, that's tough. It is separated there. That was interesting.
He was actually about to make that, then it was 4-1 at one point, Bress.
Yeah, and that's the nervous thing now. Guerrillas again. Probably going to be looking for a little bit of A control if they can start pushing Thieves back at the same time. But neither team wants to give up the first blood here in this round 11. You can see Guerrillas just setting back. Slasher with the wide peak, looking for anybody. Desperate to try and find this first blood.
How does round 11 play out? I didn't get to watch this. LAG chokes this? Really? Okay, let's see.
As soon as nothing's happening, they send somebody back over towards back tank. So Kenny's still there. You can hear the grenades popping off all over the place. But for the side of LAG, you got anything else to clear out the back? Don't think you will. This pushover is going to come on through his envoy. Going to check here. Did he get the time? Did he see him? I think he might have done, you know, because you can see Draws has made the push.
Don't know if he has. But I'll tell you something. Guerrillas have played this one very, very slow. They are burning time to try and get this down. Eventually, they are going to have to call this one. Kenny is going to be the first one to figure it out.
Did he see
All right, so Kenny sees him.
I don't know if he did. He's just playing his life over and over again. Draza's here to back it up. He's going to try and check it as well, but he takes it down.
First blood.
Only have seen him for a half a second and does get that first
Okay,
one.
Kenny gets a trade.
Kenny gets one. That bomb has not gone down. Hugo's worried. Jonas goes to check it with a wide piece. He does get it against him as well. Kenny gets a second one. Slash.
Where's Kenny on the map? Kenny's number 3.
Again, Draza's here to back it up. He's going to try and check it as well, but he takes it down. Could only have seen him
Right?
for half a second and does get that first blood as well, though. Kenny gets one. That bomb has
Wait.
only have seen him for a half a second.
Okay.
Does get that first blood as well, though. Kenny gets one. That bomb has not gone down. Hugo's worried. Jonas goes to check it with a wide.
Bro, did they just plant left side of the bomb? Where's Kyler?
That bomb has not gone down. Hugo's worried.
Wait, sorry, my bad. Hold up, my bad. Hold up. So Asim's planning on the left side of the bomb, and he can be seen from the back, plat. So Kenny peeks, gets the kill, and number 5's not able to shoot. So then Kyler gets on the bomb and goes behind the bomb, so he can't get shot from Kenny. And then number 4 shoots him off the bomb this way. Bro. Wait, hold up. Oh, shit, dude. Bro, that just sucks. Like, it felt like both ways they planted the bomb there, they weren't watching how they could have gotten killed. That was so weird. That was such a weird... That bomb site's obviously a weird bomb. But yeah, that was interesting, to say the least. Like, it looked like when they planted the bomb, like, they could be seen from one way and they weren't watching it. And then they planted the other way, and now they could be seen from the other way, and they weren't watching it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, Slasher could have won that still. But yeah, I don't know. That bomb site's tough. New bomb site. Yeah, they moved that bomb site. Yes, that's part of the patch. Okay. Interesting. All right. Moving forward. Does anything crazy happen here? One second. All right, so this goes last round. Defense, it gets decided by ticks, right? So it gets decided by ticks, and LA has last round defense. So, does LA win this? Which LA? Yeah, no. So LA, I think LA Thieves actually might be one of the best defensive Gavutu control teams in the league right now. So, LAG, obviously, we can back it up a little bit. My bad. I'm pretty sure LAT is one of the best defensive Gavutu teams right now. I don't know if that's true. I think they're up there, though. I actually think they're up there in the sense of control defense than Gavutu. I don't think they're better than OpTic and other. I think they're up there is what I'm saying. I don't know if they're the best. I don't know what the stats say. But I think yeah, LA Thieves. I'm pretty sure LA Thieves is what's it called up there. 15-1 in defense for LA Thieves. Yeah, so LA Thieves is a good defensive team. Okay. How do they not cap A here? Hello? Am I missing something?
Look at that life advantage that they have. That might count for something over towards B. LA Thieves have to be careful not to feed more to it. And well, there you go. 2 kills down to back.
Oh. Okay.
Coming in. Good spot here for the Thieves.
They just don't get on the point. All right. Okay, they go away. They go. Oh. Tough. So they don't get on the point. Now they get on the point. Wait. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh. Oh. All right. Well, LAG just decided to say like we're gonna. They were playing. I don't know. That was weird. They just weren't getting on the point. Like they weren't like trying to cap A and give themselves more times. That was odd. So yeah. LA Thieves, though, in general, even if, like, you know, they cap that point, it's still possible that they could have won that offense. But, like, LA Thieves is really good at Gavutu right now in the sense of their defensives and stuff. And they obviously get the ticks to decide that last round defense. So, LA Thieves plays this well. Whatever. But this is where we talk about it. So, like, right here. Wait, did I miss the vetoes, by the way? Could I just go look at the vetoes? Sorry. Could I go look at the vetoes? Right here. We didn't talk about these vetoes. All right, so LA Thieves vetoes... Bocage. Hold up. So interesting to me. All right, so LA Thieves vetoes Bocage against LAG. And then Gavutu, they veto. That makes sense. I feel like it's so weird. I feel like Bocage would have gotten in this series against LAG compared to that. But Berlin is a really good map for Berlin's a really good map for LA Thieves if I'm not mistaken, right? LA Thieves right now is like what, 4-0 on it? Yeah, LA Thieves is 4-0 on Berlin before yesterday's match, so they're 4-1 on it now. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. Never mind. They were just playing Berlin. They haven't lost Berlin. So yeah, okay. Yeah, I think LA Thieves. I was confused at first, but now that makes sense. Yeah, I think LA Thieves got good vetoes. They got Siege last map too. Yeah, okay. Never mind. I just wanted to see the vetoes. I just right here. So this is two good Berlin teams going at it. I respect this. I respect this a lot.
Obviously, the battle of LA has been.
Yeah, LAG is good at this map too.
At the moment, we see both teams running into this one. And P1 at the moment, it's one of the big money hills, funny enough. It's where the most time is through in the stats, but mostly because of this first rotation. And already you can see that both.
I was definitely surprised that they vetoed Bocage against LAG, but at the same time, like they want. LA Thieves wanted to play Berlin. That's like, it seems like that's their best map. You know what I mean?
He was an absolute terror in that previous game.
Have a good rest of the show, my guy. Hey, man, I appreciate you being here. Later. All right, so skipping forward. So this P2 on Berlin is really good for Thieves. Thank you, TaylorMade. I appreciate it. Thank you for the bits as well. This is their bread and butter right here. LA Thieves P2 is usually pretty good.
Towards P3. The shots are in through the front as well.
Oh shit. Okay, okay. Some good scrap time. Not gonna go in Thieves' favor yet. We're gonna get the trade. Are we gonna get the trade? Oh, he thought he stayed behind the desk. No scrap time for LA Thieves yet. Oh. Good play out of draws right here. Oh. Okay. Wait, Asim's in a fucking nasty spot. Oh shit. Slammed.
And there's the spawns locked in here for Thieves. Oh, that would have been a good kill from Envoy as well.
Alright, so Thieves are controlling the game right now. That scrap time not going in their favor obviously sucks, but they're still controlling the pace. Oh no. They might spawn out. No, they don't. Alright. Now they're gonna spawn out, yeah. Alright, this is not the end of the world though. Because right here, like LA Thieves is still in a good spot here. Not the end of the world.
Point's very, very close now. So we head over towards P4. Thieves lock something in here.
Still in a good spot. Little skippy forward here. We're still chilling. Oh, he gave up outer. Oh, that sucks. But they're still fine. They're chilling.
Can they find the final break? A seam with the shots. Not just with the SMGs, got the gunny with the auto as well. 15.
All right, so first rotation, you're up 20. Hey, not bad.
Against LA Thieves.
Come smashing out the window, looking for a player.
He's got bad time in that. Real bad time. He's going to get cleaned up from inside P2. A really good break by Thieves there, so they get control of that side to prevent the lock coming in here for LAG. It should be a scrappy hill now.
Let's see. Let's see. But I feel like Thieves is controlling the pace of this game right now really well. I feel like they're playing good hardpoint, like fundamentally. I know they lose this, so I wonder. Hook had a good series, did he? I'm happy for him. I love Kyler, man. Oh. All right, so this could be where you lose a major chunk of time. Like talking about controlling the pace of the game and stuff. Like when you're controlling this P5 and stuff, obviously you want to try and like, you know, flip if you can, because like you want to spawn on this side of P1. It doesn't really, you can do it from both sides. We've talked about that in this podcast, but like it obviously is nicer to come from this side usually. So like this rotation right here is obviously really rough if you're LA Thieves. Oh, wait, they kind of flip. They, oh, wait, hold up. Oh. Oh. Yeah. If you were to have told me at this moment in time that LA Thieves doesn't break this, I would have been impressed. To be honest with you.
Find a single kill, and now Thieves streaming in from the right side, Bryce. They're looking forward to up to the right.
Yeah, it just looks like they all split. They, you know, like they all like, you know, the gunfights happen like one by one by one. You know what I mean? That was like the easiest three-piece of Pierce's life right there. You know, those are freebies. That was a freebie three-piece. Yeah. That's tough. Damn. Oh shit. Okay. Damn, that sucks. That should have been a really early break. They all right. They recover, and that's a fucking. That's really rough though. Doesn't even take any of the damage. Yeah, I know, dude. Alright.
I don't see the guy one shot cross. He's P5. One more. Well, no. This guy's. He's only windows. Top fire. Second fire. Second fire. We flip now. Second fire. Weak octane. Same really beacon fire.
What do you want to ask, Sally?
P5. What is P5 really beacon? One got me street. Docs. Play with docs. One shot. Absolute dead. Three. I'm coming over.
Sam and
P5 Sam. They don't see it.
I'm looking at it. I'm trying to look at it. I'm looking at P5 right now. Look P5. It could be rotating now. It could be rotating now.
One guy's close and one guy's outside of P5.
I don't see him on new. I don't see him on
In the back.
Holding rotation to new.
I'm getting your fire. He's in the back. 2 windows, I think. Two windows.
Yeah, I'm pushing up dogs right now.
He might be back then. I don't know.
Could be front of new. Holding street right now. I'm pushing up.
Draws and Octane are old guys.
Yeah, I'm pushing up dogs.
I'm trying to back
Street. One street right now. See, street draws.
One in the back.
Other one got me street Dylan.
We'll talk about it after this. Listen to Sally.
I'm in the back. I'm playing tight setup. I'm playing tight setup, bro.
Are you in the back?
It's all good. I'm holding your fire kind of.
Dylan's in the back somewhere. Dylan's in the back.
I have my fire as well. On Octane.
Dylan's dodging. One working up triple windows.
One fire, one front. Jumped in weak.
Hold the back. Hold the back spawns. Yeah.
On the back. Front, two. One guy's front.
Yeah, front.
One's fire. Let's go fire. He's low fire. Can you fire? He's dead. Nice. Good job. I need your front. They're gonna go fire. Fire pocket. Fire pocket. Into your front. Then your front as well. Good job. Front. Fire.
Another one front.
Fire. Weak. Draws. Fire.
Go.
Pushing in front. This is a good time. I'll play outer. One shot.
We're up by 30 LEs. We can try to go around.
I'm trying to go around left.
You can just cut as well.
I mean, that's just an absolutely brilliant transition for Elliot.
That sounded really good. But what did you want to talk about really quick? Their comms sounded good. You wanted to talk at the end of this P2, like right here. What? So like rotational time would be like right here. So what were you asking, Sally? Like.
I'm looking at it. I'm trying to look at it. I'm looking at P5 right now. Look P5. It could be rotating now. It could be rotating now.
One guy's close and one guy's outside of P5.
I don't see him on new. I don't see him on new.
In the back.
Holding rotation to new.
I'm getting your fire. He's in the back two windows, I think.
What are you asking about right now, Sally?
Yeah, I'm pushing up dogs right now.
He might be back then. I don't know.
Could be front of new. Holding street right now. I'm pushing up.
Looks like they left Hill with 37 on P2. 37. Who left Hill at 37? You talking about LA Thieves? LAG, what do you mean? It's like how did they leave Hill? Am I missing something? Oh, like right here? My bad. Hold up. Don't they hit the hill right here? Yeah, like number 5 hits, ASIM hits, and then 8 hits. If those kills don't go, if ASIM doesn't get those kills, I mean, yeah, but like, what do you really want them to do? They don't like watch. Like, LAG is like killing this guy in fire. This guy in fire is more important because they don't want to lose the flip, right? Look where number 7 spawns, ASIM. That guy gets a kill. Number 6 is still looking for Sam. And then number 8 spawns all the way out. I think they hit as fast as they can, no? And then number 5 spawns right away and he hits as fast as he can. They didn't really leave the hill. Like, look, number 5 is cutting as fast as he can to this hill. So were all of them. Obviously, if ASIM doesn't get these kills, but like, look. Yeah, no, it just, they just wanted to make sure they didn't get flipped, so they were making sure they killed Octane and shit. But I don't think they really left him there. Skipping forward, my bad.
Giving them exactly where they are looking and trying to lock down. And now, while Thieves do have control of this at the beginning, it's hard to hold. And you can already see the squeeze coming in. Envoy though, trying to affect that pressure by taking down 2 before they can threaten his player in the hill. Kenny gets a 3rd, and Thieves are looking for the hold here on this one.
Alright, so the Thieves are getting a hold here. They bring it back. Okay, they lose this end here. But this is fine because you can put them in a trap. Pretty sure LA Thieves gets 208 points and that's it. Let's see what happens. They left street like wide open. This guy still spawns here. Yeah. I mean, they left number 6 like they left number 6 to like flank through this street and they just never picked him up and then they get flipped because of that. Like, that's just a mistake that you can't really make.
And that's just well broken. Now looking for fire control himself. Wonderful work from Envoy.
Still see that spawn might be a problem.
Yeah, like now they're getting trapped and now you're in a bad spot. And now like that's what I'm saying. Like now you got to break. Like both times LA Thieves had to perform a crazy break on this P1. Wabeezy? Where's... Oh, he's in here. Tyler! 41 months. Everyone show some love. Could I get a Crowder WBZ in the chat? Let me see a Crowder WBZ in the chat right now. Show some love. Ready? Crowder WBZ. That didn't work. Fuck. Crowder WBZ. There it is. But yeah. So like they just left the street open and got themselves flipped. Like both times LA Thieves had to get like, I don't know, bro. That sucks. LA Thieves fucked both P1s pretty bad. And then they lose. They don't get another point. So yeah, those P1 rotations really hurt them. They were leaving gaps open and getting flipped, and then obviously having to perform some fucking crazy thing, you know? So they kind of fucked themselves over there. And then this is the talk of the fucking town with LA Thieves. We'll talk about this before we go to the Florida Atlanta FaZe match, obviously. You know, this last S&D, again, like, if you just watch this S&D go slowly, I know, I'm pretty sure Desert Siege is not a bad map for LA Thieves, but they just kind of get slammed here and then they lose. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I know you guys are asking, like, look at this, dude. You guys are asking, like, it's just, in my opinion, if you're Thieves and you take one of the 2 search and destroys, I actually don't think you do bad in the search world. Like, I don't think you can be mad at that. They just can't lose 2 hard points. Obviously, you know, in hindsight, duh. No fucking shit. But like, I don't know, man. Like people were talking about their search, and I agree. But in this match, like, yes, you should be able to have a better fight than a 1-6 like game 5. Obviously, you know, we've even struggled sometimes. We had like I think we got the one bad game 5 for OpTic. Like, it happens. Like, you're gonna have times where you obviously play a bad game 5. It happens. No matter who you are, no matter how good you are, every team, every player in this world has dealt with it. But like, I don't know. You know, like, it's just tough because everyone has been giving them shit, and I will talk about some stuff here in a second, but it's just like, I think they did their job in this series specifically. I just don't think they did their job in respawns, and a lot of the times, like the first respawn, they were controlling the game and this, like, you know, getting gunned down, in my opinion, you know, in simplest terms. And then in that Berlin, in my opinion, they weren't controlling the game enough when they needed to. And like, so like, you know, it didn't matter kills or not. That felt like they were putting themselves in tough spots to even get kills. But we'll take some questions about this LA Thieves one. I'm sure these questions are going to go a little bit longer, and then we'll go to our match. So what do you guys want to talk about? What are we doing? What are we talking about, dude? The issue is, if you're LA Thieves, what the fuck do you do? That's a question. I don't know. So look. Blow it up. Blow it up. Everyone's blowing it up. Everyone's blowing every team up, dude. Everyone's blowing every goddamn team up. They've been doing their job in search this major. They just can't put it all together. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. Like, I don't feel like they're doing terrible. But does LA Thieves blow it up? So this is my biggest thing. Is I'm a big believer. I'm old school. You guys know this. I'm a big believer that you don't always have to blow things up. If you're obviously flirting with like last place, or you obviously have to make a push towards champs, you obviously want to make sure you're competing in you have to qualify. Like, you can't just suck and then not go to champs, especially if you're LA Thieves. Duh. No, you have to. I understand that. So like there's a world where I see the other side of it. The reason why it's weird to me, where teams could have just got caught up, this league is also very weird. The one thing that this league, I feel like people don't highlight enough, or maybe they do on the flank, I'm obviously sleeping a lot of times. This league is weird because qualifiers aren't like you play certain seeded teams and like, like look at our qualifier. We played Florida, Toronto, although Toronto's struggling. Toronto, which got 4th, even though they're struggling. Toronto, London, Florida, Seattle Surge, and then we play OpTic. If that is, like look at those matches, and then I'm sure there's other people throughout this stage that have played like easier like easier and harder matches. Like it goes, on and off, right? That's no excuse to get shit on, by the way. I'm not saying that. So it's like you don't always know, for example, if a team is frying. Sometimes maybe they're playing worse teams. Like it's kind of tough, to see. So I think in that sense, maybe there's a world where Thieves were playing weaker hardpoint teams, and that's why they look so good at hardpoint. I'm not too sure. Personally speaking, though, I thought Thieves was just a good hardpoint team. Like when I would watch the minimap, I thought they were good at hardpoint. So that's the reason why even I saw someone try and use that argument earlier. I still think they were playing good fundamental hardpoint. So like even though they might have been beating worse teams, I don't know their run before, I still think like they were not bad. Like I don't know, teams caught up. I think they were just playing really well. So maybe teams caught up. That would be a better statement than saying that they were just playing weak teams. But regardless, this is like my question to you guys. Remember, I can't go like full GM mode and just give you what I think they need to do. Because again, this is not my team and I have to walk a line, obviously. But like, if you're going to blow it up, what is your move? Because if you blow this team up or you make a 1 or 2 man change, depending what it is, what is your move to this roster that makes it clear cut better? Because in my opinion, I'm old school. I like to work shit out. I like to hash it out, work it out, and like, progress. That's like my favorite part about coaching. Obviously, sometimes you don't have that choice. So I'm old school. I like to, work through shit and see, you get better through the fucking tough times. Like, I don't know. That's my thing. I know there's obviously some times where you can't do that. But what do you do to get clear cut better than what you are now? Because if they were pretty good at hardpoint, and even in some of these hardpoints they're not losing hardpoint in like some devastating, like embarrassing fashion, right? And it looks like they're controlling some of these games, and then like, unfortunate setups, they're not team shotting, whatever it is that, whatever it is, it's not going their way. So it's like their hardpoint doesn't look like far and beyond like just like unfixable. And then their search historically sucks, but they haven't been doing terrible in search either. Like, but they're not doing good. They can't get it all together. Is basically what we're talking about, right? So what do you do? What is your solution to what you guys are saying? Move Kenny to the sub. Why does everyone keep saying Kenny to main? So if we talk about Kenny to the sub, I think Kenny's been playing pretty well this year, no? Again, stats don't tell the full story, but let's go look at stats. Kenny has a 1.03 in overall in hardpoint. He has a 0.86 in search and destroy. And he has a 1.04 overall in control. So Kenny has the highest KD on the team in control. He has the highest KD in hardpoint. So you want to take your best performing player, hypothetically, and move him to a role where he's not comfortable. Because he's like actively said throughout the years he's not a fan of playing a sub. He'll do it. But like, your solution is taking your most performing player right now and putting him on a role where he might not be comfortable. And then what? Like, what does that fix? I don't know. Like that. Like, what does that fix? Like, Kenny hasn't really preferred to run a sub for a while now. Like, I don't know if that fixes anything. Okay, Kenny the main makes the most sense to me. Again, like they're like Kenny the main. So what? Octane pulls out the third sub on Bocage. Like, what does that really change? So you want Octane running around with a sub on Bocage? Getting the main AR, pick up the... Oh, we want to drop. We want to drop. Oh, we're dropping people. We're not just changing roles. Oh, you're saying Octane gets dropped. Oh, you guys want Octane gone. Asem, everyone, can I get a Crowder W sim in the chat for my guy Asem? We got some legends in the chat. We had a fucking Abizi in here. Now we got Asem in here. Holy shit. We got legends. I appreciate you, Asem. I was just watching you go off. We were watching your series. So all right. So you guys want to drop Octane. Octane is washed, sadly. You know, literally 3 weeks ago, Octane was the best and everyone loved Octane. So, you know, all of a sudden Octane's washed, right? He has a bad couple weeks of Call of Duty, and the way the COD community works, he sucks. That's what everyone thinks, right? So it's like, so you guys are saying drop Octane. That's like your solution. If that's the case, you're willingly knowing that how good Octane has been for years and how good he can be for, you know, like, you know, the potential of Octane. You're just going to give up on his potential through like 2 weeks of bad Call of Duty? Is that what we're doing? I don't know if he played really bad at the major either, by the way, but is that what we're doing? Like that? That's really like I'm posing questions here. You guys think it's not worth trying to get to his potential? You think you just say fuck it? Respectively, he's been pretty bad. His teams have been bad. He hasn't been playing terrible. But like in the general, but yeah, obviously like, he hasn't been the most successful player in the last 3 years for sure. Octane stats, please. This year, Octane has a 0.91 in control. He has a... Where is he? 0.98 in hardpoint and has a 1.04 in S&D. He has the highest KD in S&D for their team right now. I actually would not have guessed that. Again, stats don't tell the full story. I'm not actually... the way I coach, I actually really don't use stats ever. But just for the sake of the show. Have you ever seen a YouTube chat during the games? I don't look at the YouTube chat, and I never will. That's just silly. So it's like my thing is like it's kind of like when I'm asking you again. I can't go full GM mode and say what I think, you know, say what I think is needed because it's just not like I can't do that. Asim's in the chat. Wait, Asim said they need an entry sub player in my opinion. So that's what I'm saying. So do you? So like obviously I don't know if Asim's gonna answer this, but like. So you're saying if you get rid of Octane and you pick up an entry sub and then have Kenny go to the main, you're, you know, bada bing, bada boom, you're good. That's like what you guys are saying. That would be your solution. I guess like my question is like, how fixable do you think this is? Because personally speaking, when you have a team that's doing really well, ditch Envoy. Ditch Envoy. Oh my God. But like when you have a team that's doing pretty well and then they go like, when they go down, a lot of the time, in my opinion, it's more to it than the gameplay. Like, it's more to it in the gameplay. So, like, I don't know. I'm old school, dude. I'm a believer that you can fucking figure shit out. But at the same time, like, my take could be wrong. But I just don't know exactly what you would do. Like, it's just kind of weird. But I see what you guys are saying. I see like where you guys are coming from. It's just weird. I feel like the community right now is so against Octane because, you know, he's had a bad stretch of COD. For sure, he's not playing the best he can be. But like I feel like there's just so much more to the story, like in their practice and stuff. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't think they need to make a change, but if they want immediate success, they need to get an entry sub player. The potential is still there. That's what Asim said. I see what you're saying. That's what I mean. Like, I just don't know if like you want to just blow it up and like get rid of someone like Octane right away. You know what I mean? Like, I see what you're saying though. Like, if you want to make an immediate success, it's like, do you go for immediate? Basically, the question I'm posing is, do you go for immediate success here, or do you invest into this team for one more chance? You know what I mean? You go for immediate success and like lower your ceiling, because say they pick up a fucking so you leave Octane, right? So you get rid of Octane. You're losing a lot of ceiling because of how good he can be. Obviously, he's not playing to his potential, and they're not playing the best. I get it. I understand. You lose your ceiling, and you pick up this entry sub, and maybe this entry sub's good. I don't know who the fuck you pick up at this point. Maybe you get an amateur. I don't know. But like, you get this entry sub, and he makes you a little bit better. So he hires your floor, but he's not the best entry sub in the league. You know, you're not picking up fucking one of the best in the world potentially. I don't know who it would be. So then your ceiling kind of goes from here to here because now, you know, like you lost a lot in Octane. So it's like, you know, where do you like, it depends on who you get, right? Based on Nadeshot's tweets, he wants immediate success. That's just, I mean, you know, it's not my fucking team. That's what I said. This is not my team. Like, if immediate success is what you want, then I can see where you're coming from. It just depends on, like, what do you value more? Do you value the immediate success, or do you think it's salvage? Like, I'm a big believer that you can, you know, salvage these issues and, you know, figure it out and get together and fucking. I'm a big fan of, like, the brotherhood thing. I don't know, you know? Like, let's fucking work this shit out and fucking, you know, everyone's hating on us. Let's fucking turn the corner and get way better. But that's not what he said. I didn't read Nadeshot's tweet, so I have no idea. But, like, I don't know. It really just depends. It's a hard question to answer. Because I personally, like, it's a hard question to answer. A trade a BZ for Envoy? What? Tyler is mine. Kenny's gonna wait. Want to trade soon? He asked for one last year around this time. Yeah, but I feel like Kenny likes this team right now. Maybe he does. I feel like Kenny likes this team. I feel like he seemed pretty happy. We're not trading, dude. We're not trading it easy ever. I love Tyler. I don't even know if Tyler's still in here. He's mine. Nah, I love Tyler though. But that's just the most ridiculous request. You were joking? Okay. You never know, dude. Sometimes you guys be fucking going rogue in the chat. But yeah, so it's more or less like, what do you do? Like, do you believe that they can come back from this? In my opinion, I think it's very possible. I've seen it happen before in Call of Duty, like within my own, like you know, with my own eyes, like within my experiences of being a player and a coach. I've seen this happen. I've seen struggles, and I know that they can be fixed. I know they can be fixed, but at the same time, like, it really depends on what you think. But so the next thing is, someone says it. JCap has to go. Listen, I know JCap's my friend. I know I'm biased when I say this. I think JCap's job is so much harder than it is for so many people. Like, I don't know. Like, Teep ain't coaching LA Thieves, bro. Teep's a fucking millionaire. Teep is not coming back to coach fucking Call of Duty. Have you seen that guy's fucking viewer count? Teep ain't coming back. Let that one ease out, bro. Teep's done. Teep's making too much money as a streamer, bro. That guy's probably got like 9,000 viewers right now. So why does JCap need to go? I don't know. I don't think JCap needs to go. Bro, JCap is coaching a fucking roster by himself. JCap's not making the mistakes in the game. And I guarantee you, JCap is probably losing his mind watching the mistakes that he doesn't see happen in practice go. Dude, everyone that roasts JCap, I understand. Like, listen, there's criticism to everybody, even me, by the way. Like, you can criticize my coaching fucking methods. Everyone can take criticism. And I'm sure JCap's not doing, like, you know, this fucking perfect stellar job. Like, but at the same time, coaching a team by yourself, I don't give a fuck what any of you guys say. It's harder than you think. And if you disagree, respectfully, you're wrong. Like coaching a team by yourself is one of the hardest things you can do. So dude, especially a struggling team. The only thing that scares me with this LA Thieves team is that they are last in S&D all year long. That would be, yeah, no, ASIM, I know what you're saying. That's like a scary thing, but like, how much do you invest in that, ASIM, in the sense of, like, you know, I don't know. It's like, yeah, they suck at S&D, but it's like, I just feel like with like coaching staffs, it's like, you're going to blame Cap for their S&D. Like, I know you're not doing that, ASIM, but I'm saying, like, I don't know. I just think like fucking coaching a team by yourself is one of the hardest things you can fucking do. And I think so many people give so much shit to JCap, and it's like just not easy to do. Like, he's not in an easy position. I've coached one team by myself, and I coached, like, you know, the Thieves back in Black Ops 4. And that shit was a lot, like, you know, everyone got to see the good parts of that because we had a really good run and we did good. And like, obviously I was very happy. Like, but that was also a lot, that was stressful as shit. Coming from my own side of things, that was stressful as shit. Took a lot of work. And we weren't even successful, to be honest. That run kind of sucked. We didn't win champs. You guys know my opinions on that. Like, I fucking hate losing. But like, it's like, I don't know. Like, we weren't successful either. Like as 100 Thieves, in the sense of like, we didn't get the job done when it mattered most. Like, I don't know. I think coaching by yourself is a lot harder than you guys think. And I feel like you guys all like not all of you guys, but I feel like there's so many fucking backseat coaches that just think exactly what they know, exactly what to do, and exactly how to work with players, and exactly how to manage all this shit, and it's just like so much harder than people think. I don't know. I think the criticism of the cap is just silly. I think it's so silly. Asim said not having a coaching staff alongside someone is a lot harder than what people think. People love to blame cap. Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. Like, I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying like maybe he's not, you know, he can probably do some things better. I can do some things better. Everyone can do some things better. But like, I really think it's really fucking hard for him to do that by himself. I feel for him on that. That's tough. But yeah, is that all is there any more questions about the series before we go to the fucking Atlanta FaZe one? Like, there's so many GMs I feel like I've been seeing on social media where like all of a sudden, like, you know, I don't know. Like, it's just like kind of crazy. Like, I don't think Cap's a bad coach. I talk to Cap. Cap is a friend of mine. I can sit down right now with Cap and watch a Hardpoint and, you know, watch a game and talk about it and like mechanically, you know, like in the sense of like information on the map. Like, I think he's one of the smartest. I think he's one of the smartest COD players. Like in the sense of that. I don't know. Like, I really don't. I think getting rid of Cap is a mistake. In my opinion. I think getting rid of Cap is a mistake. Did you see the Aches nade shot call clip? No, I didn't. I think if you just got rid of Cap and you think that's your solution, if that's your solution, I don't think you know what you're talking about, respectfully. And I also think it's a mistake. Personally. That's what I'll say about that. That's a small part of coaching. Absolutely, Sally. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not. A very small part of coaching, but it's also a very important part of coaching as well. And I think if you were to get rid of one of the best Call of Duty minds as a coach, I think that would be a mistake. I don't think just getting rid of him that's what I mean. I'm not saying that's you know, the end all be all kind of thing. But like, I just think getting rid of, like, having that piece to your fucking roster is valuable. It's not replaceable, in my opinion. It's what I'm saying.
Methods here. I play for the
Shut the fuck up, Zinni. Sorry, Zin. Jesus, he scares the shit out of me every time. What did Asim say? The flank keeps talking about how CDL trades, but I truly don't think we'll see one. I just don't think people understand how trades really work, Asim. That's my thing. I don't think people understand how trades really work. Like, I don't know. I don't think people just like understand like how hard those are to actually make happen. You know? It's kind of hard. I think this year's LA Thieves season is facing the same struggle of Cold War OpTic last year, needing more than one coach. I don't know. I listen, I don't know what happens in their camp. I don't get the behind the scenes scoop. I really don't. I try to stay out of other teams' business too when it comes to like, say I'm not gonna. I would text Cap as a friend and like check in on him as like a friend, but like I'm not gonna be like, yo, you should do this and this and this and start backseat coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing that. I try and stay out of everyone's business, but I can tell you one thing: getting rid of Cap's not the answer. And if that's your answer, it's wrong. I'm not hearing anything else. But helping him out and getting a second coach, I don't know if that's the answer either. But I definitely think it makes, like, I don't know. I think the sole blame of the coach is silly. In my opinion. To a degree. There's obviously a degree where, like, your coach can be, also an issue. I'm not saying that's not a thing. Like, I'm not just saying that to defend coaches and then also myself, if we ever struggle. Like, but I just think, like, what Cap situation's a lot harder than people are making it out to be, in my opinion. That's all I know. I don't know. All right. Let's go to the Atlanta FaZe in Florida match. People were calling for Sender's head after Cold War. He got a good coaching staff around him, and look what happened. Yeah, they also made roster changes too, and their team is really good. But like, yeah, I guarantee you, probably Sender could speak for this for himself. I don't know if he would, but I guarantee you, working alongside a whole coaching staff made his job, not even with player changes or anything like that, but like just made his job a lot more just practical and doable. It's like, dude, I'm telling you, coaching a team by yourself is harder than it looks. Like, I'm not saying that's the make or break of the team winning or losing. I don't think, I'm not taking full credit for my team winning with my coaching staff. Like, obviously, we have great players on our team, too. Duh. But I can tell you, through struggles, being able to have other people, to work and like use your staff, especially being like the head coach and being the boss of everything and like be able to move pieces and shit and like figure it out is a lot easier when you have people to do it with than just yourself. I don't know. All right, on to the next one. On to the next one. Keys to victory. Fuck you, Ben. This is Ben. I don't know. I haven't even read these. Roasting Ben. Sorry, I'm going rogue. All right. Find stride in S&D before the major. 5-5 in the last S&D. You know, check. I checked that. We need to start performing a little bit better in S&Ds. I don't mind that. I feel like some of our S&Ds are a little fluky. We've been making some mistakes. I'll listen. I'll take that to the chin. Expand your offensive playbook on Berlin S&D. Winning 77% when you go in fast A, 29% on all other strats. Bro, what the fuck is good with this guy, dude? I'm about to ban Ben, dude. Can we ban Ben? This guy's just giving out our statistics, dude. Unfucking real. As if every team in the league doesn't have an analyst probably doing this. But, you know, did this guy Ben relax? Those are me. Carson, it's you? All right, fuck it. Listen, Carson, listen, I won't roast you, Carson. I was just having fun because it's Ben. Yo, Carson, dude, why are you giving away my stats? Bro, Carson, what's good with you, man? Carson's exposing us, dude. But yeah, no, this is fair, though. This is a fair stat. Whatever. Whatever, Carson. Whatever. And then work on Gavutu control. I'm not even in full screen right now. What? I was in full screen. Work on Gavutu control. Improvements such as strong as Tuscan team. Atlanta 2-5 on Gavutu. Florida 5-2 on Tuscan. This is fair. We need to work on control, you know? Whatever, Carson. Fucking rude, dude. Rude. All right, next. Let's expose Florida now. Can't rely on Bocage Hardpoint in this matchup. 5-3 on Bocage, 1-3 on non-Bocages. All right, fair. Switch up your offensive man advantage game plan in S&D. Winning 50% of 4v3, 57% of 4v3s on offense last. Oh, shit. And then 87. Okay. Vivid has to be better in S&D. 0.78 this season. The rest of the roster positive. Okay. Does Vivid plant their bombs, chat? Do I have to go back and watch? Does Vivid plant their bombs? I forget now. It's slipping my mind. Or is he in the situation like Mac is? Like Mac Melts is? Or no? Mac Melts. I still call Mac Melts. Like Mac is? Now they switch it up? Okay. I didn't know. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I didn't know if he plants their bomb. Like, he's not like Mac. Okay. But yeah, he probably just needs their S&D game plan could be better. Whatever it is. So, do we do vetoes here? Or is this after the first map again? After the first map. Okay. All right. First map. Here we go.
It's just this map set's not really fantastic for them. It has to be said. Gavutu's been looking so good for the side of FaZe, and then you've got Bocage Hardpoint as well. Which, I mean, we were talking about, it's an ego chat because you've got somebody like Vivid on your team who can maybe try and do something, but I think it's so hard to pick apart a pick and ban when you've got FaZe on one side of things because they're just so good at absolutely everything. So, Florida Mutineers absolutely going to have to be at their best, yeah, Bryce.
They certainly are.
All right. So, to be very honest with you, this is a good break from Florida. You know, we lose our break. Florida actually plays this pretty well. They get ahead of rotation, too, by the way. Like, look. They get these kills. They get ahead of rotation. They got a guy Cliff. Like, they're actually in a pretty good spot to, like, you know, control the pace of this game to start. But then us breaking this cliff and then getting through and stuff. Like, you know, Tyler makes a really good play. He gets to their side. He really trusts this one-on-one right here, which is nice. But yeah, Tyler's making good plays overall on this Gavutu. Like, you know, just getting on their side and making sure like he's being annoying. Like, that was a really good response out of us. But to be honest with you, this map, just in general, like, look, we don't get this. We end up winning this rotation to fucking P3. Like, this gunfight right here, huge. And then Simp gets these two. Simp kind of saves us by winning these rotational gunfights because he's the only one here. But he does it. Makes another one. Guy's fucking incredible. Holy shit. Simp is going. He's doing it all. He's doing it all. Terrible timing. But yeah, just in general, like this map, for the most part here, if you skip forward through it, like we control this, we control the pace of the game on this map pretty well. Like, look. Like, we end up getting a nice break here through the mid and shit. Like, there we go. So, like, look, we get through the break through mid. And then like we get some big wins. Like these wins are actually huge because they could have put us in a pretty bad spot here. Obviously, if we didn't win these fights, but we win these fights through middle, and we perform a break that should not have been possible, but we ended up making it work. And then like this is where like we start controlling the game a lot.
Well, at the moment, you can see they're trying to get through here eventually, and Selim will shut him down. And now Mutineers spawning out. We're looking for this points back onto rotations. They probably won't take another big stab at this.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of best case scenario because you can get stuck back there and then just be completely stuck back there until the next tail comes up where then...
Wait, Simp's looking so far to the left. What, in this camera? Let me see. God damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, so skipping forward. Let's see. Again, this is another big break that like we need to perform. So like we weren't controlling the pace as well as like it seems, to be honest. Like we were doing really good with our breaks and stuff. Obviously, we've been working on a lot and just in general in practice of like everything, you know, holds, breaks, rotations, everything. Like we've just been putting a lot of work in practice. Kind of like what I said after the Seattle match. Like we needed to really change our culture and our practice and they make sure we're making it more productive. So I've been actually super happy with the way this team's practicing to the point where, you know, like win or lose matches, like obviously you can't win them all and sometimes you lose, but like I've been super happy with like just the culture of like the way we've been practicing. So, you know, things work out. Like we do, you know, we perform some stuff that is hard. Like we still made some mistakes here that like put us on our heels a little bit, but we do a decent job of like recovering. We get the break from the back. We skip forward. So, dude, this kill right here, bro. This kill, you know, Awakening kills him. I wish Simp ran back this way and then faked and pinched because I'm pretty sure Awakening called him like, "Yo, he's sprinting to their side of you," like these steps. It's like, look. If he would have turned around for a second and now went back and committed to this pinch, I think he would have made, like, obviously this is hindsight. He doesn't have fucking wall hacks like I do, but it sucks because yeah, he made such a good play and then like him not faking the kill cam kind of thing kind of screwed it. It was like, look, if he comes from this close left, I think he gets this kill. You know what I mean? So Vivid makes a really good job of picking that up. And then I'm pretty sure Florida does a really good job here shutting this down initially. Yeah.
We'll get one, but there is not enough bodies from FaZe to make this as viable as they would like.
It's one of the first times they haven't been broken. I thought a glide bomb was being called in there, but it's just the observers getting a little bit creative. Let's see if they can lock this in here, though. Florida Mutineers only.
Then here, Simp gets good timing under. Like Simp gets this good timing like through the low, which in my opinion is a mistake out of Florida. And we get that break. Good comms by Florida. Probably good comms right there for sure. Bad comms out of Florida, though, to let him do what he just did. Yeah, MC's 17 and 8 right now. This was a good setup out of Florida, by the way. I actually said that when we were watching the match. Like, you see how, like, Vivid's right here and Sky's right here? They're really, like, pinning the cage. Like, they're pinning these cages right here to the point where, like, that was the ultimate crossfire. Like, look how fucked Simp is right here. Like, if he checks this corner, he's screwed, and Vivid's going to shoot him in the side. And then if he checks this corner, he's got to take this fight. Like, this is actually a very, very good setup out of them. Because, again... Like, the only way this could get broken is if Vivid overpeaks and challenges Simp. But Vivid doesn't challenge Simp until Skies calls it. Like, look. Actually, never mind. It could have been... I guess he wasn't there fully because Vivid gives it a shoulder. But even if Vivid gives it a shoulder and doesn't die, like, still... The only way that could have been broken is if Simp wins a really big one-on-one. So, like... It was just a good setup out of Florida. I don't know. I said that in the match. Like, when the match was happening. I don't know. Tippable. This was funny, too. You know Tyler lost fucking full right here. And then he turns around and kills him. Oh, dude, I would have lost full. Honestly, Awakening just played that smart. Like they got bad timing, and Awakening played that well. Tyler really couldn't do much there, to be honest.
Now walking on through, Arsenes with the cover, not good enough. Skies trying to survive. It's been a good comeback though from the Mutineers. They locked down a good amount of time there, and the little ring around the ring in the end from that side of things.
I thought Tyler was gonna get 2 right here. Yeah, he played that well, for sure. So then we're fighting the scrap time. We're doing all this, and then we get like this next rotation, which is big for us. I'm pretty sure Sim picks up 2 here. No, he doesn't. He only picks up 1. But just the way this Gavutu's playing, like they make a little comeback here, and we definitely made a couple mistakes that we could have played better. But us being able to like secure like the way this map plays, like some of these money hills, dude, like are so hard to break. We're able to like always stay ahead of the game just for the way we were playing. So we definitely played well. There were some mistakes that we definitely have to assess and practice and stuff and still like get better at. Again, like you can never just like win perfectly. So we know exactly what we need to work on, but like this money hill really like sets us apart here. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna get this, and by the time this hill ends, it's gonna be 230 to 151. And now we're just in a really good spot where it's either as like, hey, even if we don't break this, we just win off a P5 kind of thing if we play it right. So it was just like we secured it with that P3 hold. That P3 hold was really big for us. There was obviously some mistakes that that we need to talk about and practice and shit, but overall it was just well played. Florida made some tippable plays too, though, to be honest.
Try and contest this now as players come through it, but it will be them at the moment to hold this one down. Skies is just playing peekaboo with Arsenes and refusing to go down.
Though with the pressure from FaZe there, it was very difficult.
And like here, that was a big win out of Alec, bro. And then here, it's over. It's a well played Gavutu. I definitely think in general, like there are some things we could have played better, but there's some plays like some plays that like Florida just did well. But overall, we played really good. I was super happy with the team's performance there. Like I think we did. I think we broke some of the hills that we probably didn't need to break because if we could have played it a little bit smarter, but we broke them in general. Like we still did good on breaks. We didn't need to if we set ourselves up, but I still loved it. And then in general, 250 to 165, I was super happy with it. Again, I've been happy with the way our team's been practicing more than anything. But here we go, the vetoes. Florida could be really good, a god team at times. Florida's a great team. By no means, Florida lost to us in OpTic. They played OpTic close. They played us well. Like. Florida's a good team just because like they lost the last 2 matches. Like Florida's good. Like, Florida's not a match you waltz into and you're like, oh, this could be like no, bro. Florida's got killers on their team, bro. They're good. Like I think Florida's very good. So I would never say anything. They're tippable. I definitely think they're sometimes like they have like inconsistencies, but like they're a good ass team in my opinion. They got a lot of talent. They got a lot of stuff. So it's like their map pool. Their map pool didn't line up well with you guys. That's a thing too, for sure. I mean, so like when we played this team, we had a feeling they were gonna pick Bocage against us, and like again, even though we're good at Bocage, obviously they're a good Bocage team too. So like we vetoed Tuscan against them to force them to play. To be fair, I wanted to play Berlin. In the series, just because it's qualifying matches and stuff, like every once in a while throwing a Berlin in there would have been nice. But we kind of made the play call if like we vetoed Tuscan to force them into either Gavutu or Gavutu Bocage kind of thing. That's like what we thought. I won a coin toss. Yes, this is the first coin toss I think I've ever won. But just in general, like we vetoed Tuscan, even though it's a comfortable map for us. Like they play it too because we had a feeling they were gonna pick Cage and then it would be Gavutu Cage. So like I don't know. Or even if it was Berlin Cage, like we still get a Cage here, and then play it. So like I don't know. They play Cage just because they're a really good Cage team. I don't think that's like the worst play out of them, to be honest. I honestly think like they're a pretty strong Cage team too, so I understand it. And then Search and Destroys, we played Berlin on them. They're a good Berlin team, so we vetoed Tuscan. They vetoed Bocage. Obviously they played the Berlin really well. We made a lot of mistakes individually here on this map that I didn't like. And then they win it, but they're a good Berlin team. Like we could have vetoed Berlin potentially and then played Tuscan, you know what I mean? Like kind of went back and forth, but honestly, I didn't mind the way we were playing Berlin with some stuff. There's definitely some stuff, obviously I can't go too crazy, but I was upset with some of the decision making, like in the sense of like teamwork that we didn't do. We'll get there. Berlin, they're a good Berlin team. They beat us on Berlin. And then the Tuscan control, we didn't know if we wanted to do Gavutu against them or Tuscan. We were really good at Tuscan control too, so we just picked Tuscan to make sense. So, you know, two Tuscan control teams going at each other. It's kind of made sense. And then Siege SND would be last, which we obviously love. Like Siege SND was our pick, so we got the pick Siege SND there. But why would Florida ban Berlin Hardpoint? They don't play Berlin Hardpoint either. So, and they're really good at cage, so they probably wanted to play a map that they were comfortable on. I think that's just, it is what it is. Like, you know, when we made the Tuscan veto, we were fully obviously ready to play Berlin, and I think that's what they, you know, if like obviously we didn't veto Berlin, clearly we're comfortable enough to play it. You know what I mean? Kind of thing in their mind, you know. So like I'm sure like they wanted to play a map that they were comfortable on. So we vetoed Tuscan and just forced like that side of things. I don't know. But still, in general, like these maps, in my opinion, I think these map pools were good for us. But I think this was just like, you know, two good Tuscan teams, two good Bocage Hardpoint teams. They're good at Berlin. Like I think these maps are also good for Florida. I just think like, you know, we just happened to play them better, and like in the match. But yeah, expecting to play Berlin against OpTic on Sunday. I don't know what we're expecting to play versus OpTic yet. We obviously, that's still a day away. We have a whole nother day of practice. And also, you know, to be fair, I'm not just going to say what we're going to veto versus OpTic. I don't know what they're going to veto. I don't know what we're going to veto yet. We obviously still have some time to plan. All right. But yeah, so this Berlin search and destroy team, is they're like good at it. And just in general, and they play it well. So this first, hold up, sorry. Tell us your vetoes. I will. I'm pretty sure we troll this. Yeah, we lose this guy. Like, I'm not gonna go too like crazy with this map because I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, like they just kind of beat us comfortably. You know, like they win 3-6. Like it wasn't anything crazy, but like there was a lot of situations like this. Like, you know, we get these first bloods and then we just become like super separate.
From statistics, the last in kind of converting. We'll find out though.
Pushing forward, Vivid is going to get taken down now, Skies.
And then we go 4v2. We win this round, so that's not the situation I was thinking. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm tripping. Everything melts together, dude. My brain sometimes.
Just makes your life a lot more difficult. That door is shut. They went for that. Didn't work out. No doors to get through this time around for Skies. And
Loki kind of got lucky right there.
That's a tough one.
Does get that second time. No longer.
And then we win this round by that. That's just fine. We go up 2-1. So here. So what do we do next? Zinni's different on Berlin. Yeah, Boston's a good Berlin team for sure.
Trying to get a little bit of breaking away, but Sim gets first blood again. Sim is just running wild. Or he's gonna know where Skies is. He'll be looking for this trade as well. Does manage to get it. 2 versus 2.
It's tough. Like in general though, it's like so weird. We get this first blood, you know, outer. And then like we do this pinch and we get killed on the pinch and then we leave the guy on the A bomb site. Like we all get separate after the first blood kind of thing. And like since we all get separate after the first blood, like we leave ourselves like after that first blood's kind of useless kind of thing, you know? Like a lot of our first bloods this map specifically have just been like deemed useless the way we play after them kind of thing. So we just definitely got to assess some stuff like in practice and obviously get better, but
They want to switch it up in the 2 of the previous rounds, not this time. Let's see if they can make it work.
this was just tough timing because I don't think Tyler realized that Awakening saw him, and then that pistol up close is fucking lethal. So that was just tough. Good morning, Atomic.
Wow, Simp ready. He's going to see him. Has he seen Skies there? I don't think he has. He's trying to get any information available.
This is good timing for Tyler. It's a 2-tap up close. Yeah, that pistol's lethal, dude.
That will shut down the push from Mutineers pretty much. FaZe now have time to transition over. To try and do here. Abizi's going to be tagged up, so this might be the moment to try and find his way through.
Big kills, 4v2. And then we win. Honestly, I honestly thought that Tyler just got really bad timing right there. I was actually kind of scared of that round.
So important, found 2 in that round. And that's to his tally of absolutely 0 kills. Makes it 2.
But even here, it's like, you know, Alex slides in and then no one, you know, like there's no like follow up kind of thing. It just looks like weird. Just making some silly mistakes. Just individual mistakes. And like one-on-one, one-on-one, one-on-one. And then we will only win one of the one-on-ones. And now we're in a less than a 3v2. You see what I mean? It's just like, can you pick up the enemy gun? Yeah, you can. But like, you see what I mean? It just comes down to like, you know, just individual stuff that we were making mistakes on yesterday. And like when you make individual plays, like sometimes those rounds go in your favor, but a lot of the time they don't, right? And then like, or you know, it's a 50-50. If your game plan is a 50-50 play style, you're going to be inconsistent. So it's just like, we're making a lot of 50-50 plays yesterday, and those 50-50s didn't go in our way. But like, that's not a like, oh, we got unlucky. That's like, oh, our game plan needs to be better. So like, we're still, you know, mistakes happen in matches, and we're just going to keep working on shit. But that was like the only thing. There's like some individual play. Like the teamwork wasn't fully there, in my opinion, in that search and destroy. And then overall, this control, like, again, just, it's so nice watching this. Like, look, we cap A right off the rip, but like, it's just so nice watching offense where you can actually just be aggressive, dude. Like, I think this is such a breath of fresh air right now. Like, this is such a breath of fresh air. Just watching people actually try and cap the points and shit. And like, people on defense actually being aggressive in the sense of like, trying not to let it happen. Like, it's just so nice, dude. Yeah, Tupac's our S&D coach, yes. He's a fantastic S&D coach as well.
Almost gets caught flat-footed. Will eventually die to a pre-fire, pre-aim by awakening.
Trying his best to survive. Yeah. If you can't survive, then just get yourself out.
Do you care about OpTic potentially beating your win streak, or could you not be bothered by it? I mean, bro, I don't think anyone cares about win streaks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think there's more important things to worry about than win streaks. The only thing I truly, like, the only thing I give a fuck about in this CDL is, like, how, like, you know, making this team the best team I can make them. I don't care about other shit. I feel like caring about other shit is just kind of silly.
They have cleared it, and obviously FaZe will now be looking for a little bit of map control to get back into this one. You can already see.
I care about making the team, like, you know, I care about helping my players get as good as they can and become the best team they can be. I don't care about other stuff. I think that's silly to care about stuff that don't matter. Like, obviously, I'm not saying that in the sense of like some weird saltiness. Like, if OpTic, I don't even know what streak you're talking about, but if OpTic wins a win streak or something, like, you know, that's tippable. That's respect. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't even know what streak you're talking about, to be honest.
Still an awful lot of Mutineer players here, ready to shut down this push.
Seb gets run from behind, and now that's going to make things very, very difficult. If you're Dave Paddy, you've got to hold down a couple of different angles. He's done so well to even find one the second as well. Give him a third. Surely
I'm pretty sure it was last year. What is the streak? Like, win match wins? Hypothetically, if Breach and OpTic were to both finish 5-0, who gets the first seed? Wouldn't it go head to head if they played each other? Or what's the next tiebreaker? I don't even know. But yeah, dude. Anyway, sorry. I got a little fucking off track here. So this push right here, though, is what I was talking about. It's like, dude, like these moments, like at this 18-17 moment, of course, like you still probably push if it's a kill-based game, but you just push so much slower and like not aggressive, and you're not playing the win. Like 35 seconds left. Like it was hard to play for the win earlier, and now you're actually allowed to play for the win. And like pushes like this, like risky pushes by number 4, are like just like fucking dope, dude. Like, it's just like nice to watch like actual risky pushes. Because, like, again, they can actually work out in your favor and you can win. So it's just like, this is just a breath of fresh air to watch, dude. I love it.
Back up on the live and kick and finds the kill, taking down Simp, but completely broken up here for the Florida Mutineers. Atlanta FaZe find a way through. Is that the second take gone through as well? Yes, it has done. Simp and Celia are here to maybe make this a third. Mutineers, they're nowhere near. They've jumped off. They need to get inside the point.
And then we just win this offense. And then as soon as we win this offense, not only do we win an offense, but getting 6 ticks is fucking huge, right? Because then you go past this, and then skipping through this really quick, just because we win this defense in pretty good fashion. Like, watch. This defense right here, they get only 3 ticks, so we're up 6-3. So we kind of guarantee ourselves a last round defense already. Obviously, it's not guaranteed until this very moment. But basically, right? Like, even here, like, you know, obviously we're up 2-0, so we would have played for this. But like, it's just so nice to see, like, you know, 18-11 or whatever, and actually make pushes. But when we get this tick right here, we guaranteed ourselves like a last round defense, I'm pretty sure. And as soon as we guarantee ourselves a last round defense, Like, even though that's still losable, like, obviously you can still lose and, like, it's still doable for Florida, especially Florida being such a great team. It's just, like, it's just different. The way the maps play is just different. Like, I don't know. It's just great. Like, I don't know. OpTic shouldn't care about this win streak realistically. They shouldn't. I don't think anyone cares about the win streak. Other than, I guess, like, you know, if you're supporting the teams and stuff. But I don't know. Stuff like that is just so, like, it's cool to talk about. But, like, I don't think I think players care about winning. And if they win, they win. I don't even know. I still don't know what win streak we're talking about. FaZe won 13 matches in a row last year. OpTic's won 10. Oh, that. Oh. I mean, I didn't even know we held a record for 13 matches. I honestly thought Toronto had some streak or something. Wasn't there like a control streak? I didn't even know we had the fucking record. So, but still, if that gets broken, bro, that's just tippable. Like, they're playing well. Like, good for them.
Tries to find Skies, eventually shut down, and the Mutineers have shut the door here, and I don't blame RCs for not using it at all. I think.
But yeah, even here, like, dude, 7-11, watching a 16-second, like, you know, last second push, even though we're not successful here, it's awesome. Scump brought it up in the podcast. That's why people were talking about it. Oh, I don't know. I didn't even know. But still, yeah. OpTic's playing great right now. That's just like respect in that sense. Obviously, with that being said, that means they would have to beat us on Sunday. So yeah, we're gonna want to, put an end to the streak, but not because of the streak. It's because we want to win matches. You know what I mean? Like, getting motivated by ending a win streak, in my opinion, is silly. That's just silly, in my opinion. Does FaZe have another match this weekend? Yeah, we play OpTic. It's the control win streak. All right, either way, it's the same. My point still stands. Like, obviously, we play OpTic, so if we're talking about the control win streak, I knew about the control win streak, if that's what we're talking about, but I didn't think that was set by us. I thought that was set by Toronto. Wasn't the control win streak set by Toronto? Or am I tripping? But yeah, the rest of this control, though, we get a defense. We play this defense really well. And then, like, look, we shut down their push. And this overall, like, this was just well played out of us. We played a really good control against a good control team, aka on Tuscan. And I'm pretty sure even when Florida played OpTic, they went, like, last round pretty crazy. That was when Florida had that glide bomb and they kind of fucking botched the glide bomb shit. Like, they're a good team. They played OpTic well on this map. We're a good Tuscan control team. Like, they're just like, this was a good team. We played it well and we won. Like, I don't think there was that too. Like, that first round offense of us taking it kind of set the tone. You know what I mean? Us winning that offense was big. And they played OpTic on Tuscan, and that was when it was still kill based. So it went last round defense. That makes more sense because people were playing offenses a little bit slower. So yeah, just in general, like, I was happy with the way we played it. I don't think there was too much too crazy to talk about. Just the highlight of ticks and stuff of how important it is. Like, yeah, how you can just see, like, more aggressive gameplay. I think it's pretty cool. Not even saying in the side of Atlanta FaZe. I'm just saying in general for the CDL. I think it's fun to watch. I think it's way better. So yeah, it's pretty dope. But yeah, no, it's, the control streak was Toronto last year. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, I don't think anyone actually pays any mind to that in the sense of, like, when you're trying to win. I don't think if you get motivated by trying to end the streak, like, for example, if our motivation to win a match on Sunday was like, we can't let these guys win that streak, like, come on, come the fuck on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's just silly. You can't be letting your emotions get the better of you like that. I don't know. That's just that's insane to me. Like, that just shows you that your emotions aren't in check. And keeping your emotions in check in competition, in my opinion, is like one of the most important things that I focus on, like, as a coach. And shit, like, that's like very important shit. If you're letting like your pride or something, like, take over, where it's just like, we can't let them get this streak. Like, imagine, bro. Imagine that was my pump up streak, like, right before we play. Like, guys, listen. Don't matter about this match. We're not letting them win the control streak. Like, dude, what? Like, that is just fucking crazy. I don't know. That's fucking crazy to me. But yeah, one map at a time, and we just play our fucking game. That's, like, kind of how you got to do it. It's cool to talk about, though, for, like, other shit. But yeah, if they do it, though, it's respect. I don't know. You're playing good. Not gonna hate on that. All right, last map of the series. We obviously get to play Bocage. I think this makes us 8-0 on Bocage.
Well, if there's any map typically
I'm pretty sure this makes us 8-0 in Bocage right now in matches. We just start off hot right here. We start off fucking hot. I'm hearing rumors that OpTic are in FaZe's head. Yeah, it's actually all we talk about when we practice.
Hopefully it kills everybody on FaZe. At the moment, you can see the Mutineers still going to be trying to get into this mixy first hill and then look for the rotations, and they have managed to break it just a little.
Oh shit! Guy's trying to beat him up, dude. You saw that? Guy's trying to beat him up. It's good motivation for the players on the streak. I actually disagree. Like, I mean, everyone's different, but like, again, like I don't think OpTic's like, you know, spawning in and being like, we got to keep the streak alive. I think OpTic's just a good fucking team, and they're like, yo, we're gonna play and try and win this map because that's the goal. You know? Like, I don't know. Yeah, like I don't think it's that deep. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Vivid is. I mean, I just watch him in the minute. Just run all the way up field side and just run into the middle of the head hardpoint, I should say. Head down.
Not in that sense. It's more like we can't lose mentality. I see. I don't know though. I think if you're going into a control thinking like, yo, we can't lose this, like in the sense of like, just if we lose this, the streak's gone. Like, I don't think that's motivation. I think that's like setting yourself up for failure. Personally. Unless you're saying like we're just so fucking good we can't lose kind of thing. I guess. I don't know. I just don't think it's that deep, in my opinion.
Coming through will be a BZ against 2, and he isn't going to be able to make it. Rotation though for Atlanta FaZe. Scrap time for the Mutineers. Heading over towards P3. Average points for some of these teams is an 8+. Heading over towards this third hill. FaZe
all right.
hold in much more
Right now we're just controlling the fucking shit out of this game, which I love. Yeah, I know what you're saying, sweet. Yeah, that's what I figured. I figured that. That was a big kill out of Tyler right there. That was a really well played spot out of Tyler too. That was a good pre-aim hold. Do you think there's a chance that... 1 second. Ask that question after, B-dubs, please. We're just going to watch the rest of this map. Ask that question after.
And you can see that post to try and just hold this one as well. Eventually he's got trails coming through. Celium left alone, as you can see the rotation coming in from Florida. Florida's really struggling to get any time here. It's so hard. It's so hard. FaZe have held that very, very well. It's kind of FaZe do such a good job.
It's like we finished the we finished these first 3 hills up this. Like we've just been playing really, really good hardpoint, to be very honest with you. Like right, like we're winning our gunfights. Bocage is our playground right now in the sense like we've just been playing it well in matches. You know, we're executing a lot of the stuff that we need to execute on. Things are going in our favor. I really want to listen to this. Listen. Here we go.
Push back, he pushed back. Alex, he's maxing me top. On me, on the barrel. I'm waiting for you guys. Hey, weak. Alex might go dub. He's corner, close right here. Hey, corner, dub. Double one shot. He's laying down at the barrel. Alright, yeah, he could be getting out. One's back door, he's trying to get out. Keep 3 cells dead. Taking me out. No, one back door, one dub. Back door, yeah. I'm not going dub. Watch out. I need your mid, watch out. I think I'll see him. He is. Yeah, mid-map, mid-gate. Full 60 this, mid-gate. Go on left. Yeah, I'm watching low. He can be my third part.
Florida Mutineers spitting come so far in this game, but unfortunately unable to find a toehold.
We go right to a listening with us now, right?
Let's find out how the other team is getting on those. We go for a listening with Atlanta FaZe.
I need time.
Oh, that's one team.
I'm trying new time.
I'm time. He's in the corner, lying down.
I need time. Be careful.
Back out. Back out. He's on
Everyone shut the fuck up, dude.
There's a good 20. I'm gonna stay on. You tell us. I need him on time. I tried to need time. My bad.
How much time?
Gate, jump me down. One shot. Gate, one shot.
He got me. MC's one shot.
I got time. No, pick up left.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get the front. 3-0. They're gonna hit you. Push out, Arnie. Nice. Already got me. Give me chat.
One more.
Slow the comms down.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He killed me on all, guys.
Hear that, bro? You heard just you heard who just said that? Like, you heard who just said that, bro? Tyler said that, dude. That's good stuff. That was a BZ.
Well, Atlanta FaZe looking to try and even take away the scrap time from the Florida Mutineers. At the moment,
Yeah, that was a little hectic. That was what's it called? That was a little hectic at first. They try and slow it down towards the end. I don't know if obviously you can go back and listen to their comms here, but like you can see the thing like with their comms there was just like it was getting a little hectic and it was like kind of starting to go into the gameplay where we were playing almost too fast. Like we were getting a little bit too fucking crazy, but we were still playing the map right. It's just like we could have started like the teamwork started going a little bit slow. But yeah, no, I like that they at least noticed it. Again, this team specifically, like, is always going to be hectic. You're never going to listen to Atlanta FaZe listen where they just sound like Toronto. You know what I mean? Like, so it's, they're always going to sound hectic to you guys in the sense like they still like they're not that hectic. It's like right there though they had to slow down a little bit. They slowed down enough. Like. It's just like making sure that like basically when that's being said, it's not only the communication that needs to slow down. It's just like in general, like yo, like let's start thinking a little bit. You know what I mean? So it's like it's good that they're able to notice that right away. Then like skipping forward, like talking about the Florida comeback a little bit. Like Florida starts to come back here a little bit, and just in general, it just becomes like we start challenging like fucking lunatics, and like we this gap getting open kind of sucks too. But here, like look. Like we all start going a little bit too fucking rogue, and then when we go like watch ready, I'm pretty sure it's I don't know if it's this, but in general, just like the way we start playing, we just start going crazy for no reason. Like we're not staying down, like we're not helping each other, like we're challenging off the street and dying, like we're all separate and shit, and like it just starts to like slowly leak in, but then we like kind of we regain it back. We're like yo, we're just gonna like stomp it out and fix it. So it's just like little things where like on these hills where we were in control. We could have like closed this game out in a lot more dominant of a fashion, which was fine with me. It was just like little things that we needed to like, obviously play a little bit more teamwork oriented, but still, I was happy with it. Like again, like even here, like like the first engagement here is their last guy in line. I guess he's technically like one of their last guys in line. Fighting our last guy in line, like in my opinion, just not necessary. Like it's just like little things. The kill feed absolutely needs to be fixed, absolutely. But like it's like little things in that sense, and like we're obviously screwing that up, and like little things like that like lead to breaks and shit that make it harder for us like this, So it's just more shit like that leads to like the comeback for a little bit, and then after they have the P5. This is like a tougher break, just like they have us flipped out in here, and like. You end up getting put in situations like this, where you don't have the next spawns because you fuck up your holds. When you fuck up your holds and like, go like, get broken and shit, a lot of the times you get broken and then they're able to control spawns and shit. And that's kind of what they do. So like in general, it was just like little shit in the sense of like us just kind of messing up like, the next P5 and like puts us in a closer situation. But then after that, we've been playing our P1s really well. We played this P1, the P1 in this, I think in this map in general was just played really well. And then we just do this P1 hold, and then we end up like taking the map, which was nice, like right here. And then we hold it, and then we win the game. So it's just like little hiccups, in my opinion, that we should have probably closed this out a lot more dominant than this. I think this score line should have looked like a 250 to, in my opinion, like 160, like 160 to 150. I did like I'm not saying discrediting Florida, because again, when you make mistakes, Florida's going to make you pay for them a little bit, and obviously make it close, especially with such a great team on such a for a good map for them. So it's just like I think we were playing well, and I think we started getting ahead of ourselves. And when we got ahead of ourselves, obviously, it almost hurt us a little bit. But with that, we regained, we slow it down, we get the P1 hold, and I was super happy. So like, I definitely think overall I was super happy being their coach and stuff like that. I was fucking stoked. I'll take a few more questions for this, and then we'll talk about the predictions real quick. The predictions are gonna be really quick. I'm just gonna go like 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna close it out from there. But I'll take some questions about the chats. I'm pretty sure B-Dubs Nation, you had a question. pretty sure B-Dubs Nation had a question for me that I said, like, I think we'll talk about it. I'll give you my take on that. Let me just find the schedule for these matches coming up today. Okay, I found it. All right. OpTic expanding your map pool against y'all. All right. So OpTic is what? 3-0? They're playing LAG. If they win that, they're 4-0. And then we would be 3-1. If we beat OpTic, we get the first seed, no? Depending on what happens with Boston, right? We could still get the first seed potentially. Obviously, I think Boston would have to lose too. I don't know how it would work. I don't really know. Regardless, expanding your map pool, if it depends. If OpTic's 4-0 and they don't want to and they don't have first seed secured, I don't know if they'll do it. Because first seed's pretty important with the vetoes in the sense of just always being able to, for them, they would be able to play Tuscan Control every single fucking time. And then being able to play Tuscan Control is nice. At the same time, though, seeding really doesn't matter that much, in my opinion, too. So, like, it depends on how much value they put in the seeding. I don't really think it's, like, a huge difference if they were first or second seed kind of thing. I think that'd be fine. I mean, like, you know, it doesn't really, you know, control that much. I just think having first seed is just a nice luxury to have. So I don't think, you know, to say, like, you just don't care at seeding at all, I don't think it's true, but obviously it's not, you know, end all be all kind of thing. I definitely think to answer your question, it will be way more clear after we watch them play LAG. You know, if they lose the LAG, it's a little different, right? Than it is with that. But I think what people misinterpret with this take, and I think a lot of people misinterpret this, and I, like, even when I say it about my team, like, when you try and expand your map pool, that does not just mean, like, you're okay with losing the match. Like, I don't think people realize that. Like, when we were expanding our map pool last year, and even a little bit this year, like, we're not okay with, like, just because you lose, it's not like the vibe of the team's just like, we were trying to expand the map pool, it's all fucking good. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't... Like, you know what I mean? Like, those, like, that's not how that goes. Like, when you play a map pool or you expand your map pool, in my opinion, I think it's very smart. You guys know my opinion on this shit. Like, I think to be a complete team, to win championships, the whole thing, you've heard my take a billion times about it. Expanding your map pool is really fucking smart. But at the same time, like, that does not mean if you lose that match, you're like, it's all good. Like, you're still gonna be fucking pissed. And, like, and it's still not an excuse to lose at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when we were to try a checkmate out last year, or we were to try an apocalypse out last year, like, if we were to lose that match, which most of the time we didn't, but even if we did, like, it would never be like, yo, like, it's all good. We were just, like, it's like, no, dude, like, there's still no excuse to lose. If you win, you win. You lose, you lose. Like, you know, that's just, it is what it is. Like, expanding your map pool is smart, but, like, there's no, like, I feel like people take that with a grain of salt of, like, that's an excuse, like, on the line. And I don't think anyone does that. Like, you know, if OpTic expands their map pool, for example, when they went to, like, the last map with LA Thieves, I'm pretty sure they were expanding their map pool, right? They played, like, Berlin and Siege, right? They threw a bunch of maps that they don't play in a lot. That doesn't just give them an excuse to lose to that LA Thieves team. If they lost that round 11 Tuscan to LA Thieves, they would not have been like, it's all good. We're trying to expand our map pool. Like, that's not how it goes. Like, that's not an excuse just to lose. And I feel like people, even, like, when we used to do it too, like, people act like it's like people take it as, like, a way of, like, saying you're not trying. That's not how it is. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's the right take or if you guys agree with what I'm saying, but I feel like there's a lot of people that put it out there, like, when we were to try to expand our map pools last year, it's like, FaZe isn't even trying against these guys. It's like, no. By all means, we're probably trying the hardest we've ever tried because we want to win those maps so bad because they're so fucking important. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, if anything, you're trying the hardest you could fucking try because those maps are so, like, yo, we gotta try and win this fucking map. Like, this is really fucking important. Like, so, for example, when we were to play Apocalypse last year and lose it, it was never like, it's all good. We were trying. It didn't work. We'll get it next time. It's like, no, bro. Like, what the fuck are we doing wrong? Like, we need to win this map. So, we, like the Apocalypses last year were, like, super, super important. Like, we were trying harder than any other map, probably. You know what I mean? And again, like, we talked about this. Like, bro, like, we won champs because of APOC Hardpoint. Like, it's the same kind of thing. I don't think and I'm not saying this for OpTic fans. I'm not saying this for, like, OpTic fans saying they have an excuse or anyone. I'm not, like, saying that. I'm saying in general, like, I feel like people just use that as, like, this weird excuse mentality where it's like, it's not that at all. And also, by the way, I also think it's very smart. If they were 4-0 and they tried to play Berlin against us, I think that would be smart. You know what I mean? Like, out of them. But that does not give them an excuse to lose the series. And they would even say, you know, like, that's just silly. Same thing when we played Apocalypse, and same thing, like, it just, like, you know? I don't know. Like, for example, a good example out of, like, with my team is, like, say, you know, we were, you know, in a better spot, and we say we beat Surge, we were 3-0. We played Gavutu Control versus that Florida team instead of Tuscan. But we lost that Gavutu Control. That would have not have been like, oh, good, you guys are trying maps. It would have been like, no, bro. Like, we need to fucking fix this problem. Like, we would have been going dumb hard on that Gavutu Control. You know what I mean? Like, striving to get better. Striving to be the best team in the game. Striving to be the best. Like, that is what true championship form, like, caliber teams do. AKA OpTic. You know, AKA us. Like they're like, that's what you want to do. Like, all teams in the league, by the way. Like, not just OpTic and us. Like, all teams, like, when you're in those positions, like, when you get set up in those positions, that's like what true championship teams do. Like, you see it all the time. Like, I don't know. Like, I think that's it. Guy thinks because people are saying they're expanded and we'll play, he thinks they're using an excuse. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying I've seen that before with my own team. I'm not using the OpTic excuse. Are you talking to me? I'm not saying it at all. I'm not saying that OpTic, that's what I mean. It has nothing to do with OpTic fans or OpTic members or anything. I don't watch podcasts and stuff. So, like, I'm just saying in general, I've seen that used with my own team is what I'm saying. I'm using this in my own sense. If anything, I'm being biased to my own self here because, like, when last year when we were to do that, people would, like, use that, like, weird, like, that's not how it goes, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. That's what I say. Like, no team just, like, trolls in matches is all I'm saying. That has nothing to do with the OpTic guys. I'm just saying from my point of view and or the way I view it from my team. Not talking about you. Oh, yeah. Okay. I didn't know if you were or not. Yeah. That's just my take on that. I don't know. I just feel like I feel like you guys have known this, bro. Obviously, you know, competitors and stuff. Like, OpTic play, like, you know, OpTic's in a very good spot right now. And if they were to do that, I wouldn't be like, you know, like, how fucking disrespectful. That's just not as deep, in my opinion. Is there a difference between the way you coach FaZe and how you coach 100 Thieves? I mean, yeah, I have 3 years of coaching under my belt. I think I'm a way better coach than I was back then, in my opinion. Also, having a coaching staff makes my life a lot easier, in my opinion. Like, I just think, like, you know, there's a lot of things I do differently. I think, like, being the head coach and having, like, you know, an assistant, an analyst, an S&D coach, and, like, even, like, with my GM and stuff, like, you can move pieces around to, like, help the vibe of the camp around. Like, you know, you can really, like, analyze, like, how you want, like, people to interact with each other and, like, you know, see, like, if they're, like, you can catch a lot of things quicker that way. And I think being a coach for 3 years instead of, like, my first year, I think I've gotten way better. I don't know. I've learned through my mistakes. I've made mistakes as a coach. You know, I'm, you know, I'll say that. I fucked up as a coach, and I've also done great things as a coach. But I think through my mistakes in my career as a coach, I think I've gotten better at coaching. If I were to answer that question where I think I'm the same exact coach as I was 3 years ago, in my opinion, that means I'm just not learning from my experiences. And if you don't learn from experiences, in my opinion, I think you're standing still. And if you're standing still like that, I think that's a really bad way to, you know, live your life in a competitive environment. No, I mean, like, different styles for different players. Oh, yeah. I have a different style of how I coach every single player. Every player is a different player. You can't coach. I don't believe in coaching everyone the same way, in my opinion. Okay. All right. Let's do the matches. Saturday, Seattle Surge and LA Thieves. I'm taking Surge. I think LA Thieves is struggling, but I definitely think LA Thieves can still win this. Again, they're not getting absolutely fucking manhandled in these hard points. So I definitely think LA Thieves is not far away from this. But I do think Surge. I am taking Surge. I think right now they seem like chalked, just like in a team spirit vibe. I could be so wrong when I say that, but I don't know. I'm taking Surge, but I do not think LA Thieves is just completely counted out here. I do think, like, again, their hard points don't look just abysmal. I just think, like, they're making silly mistakes and shit. I don't know. Boston Breach and Florida Mutineers. Ooh. You know, you want to say Breach here, right? Because Breach is looking hot. But this Florida team's fucking... They're a scary team, bro. They got some demons on that team. I don't know. What do you guys think? You thinking Breach? Like, I think I want to say Breach is the favorite, right? I want to say Breach is the favorite. But I don't know. I'm going Florida, dude. I don't know why. I think Florida's going to come out on some demon shit. But I think this match is going to be really close. I do think Boston Breach is the favorites. I'm picking against like what I think. You know what I mean? I think Florida's going to come out with some heat. So, I don't know. And OpTic Texas versus LAG. I am personally taking Texas in this. I think Texas right now is obviously performing as the best team in the game. I think they look really good. And until otherwise, I think it's kind of crazy to bet against them. So I think Texas. Do I think LAG looks way better? Yes, I think LAG is looking way better. I think they're catching some momentum. I think they're they're starting to catch some momentum. But I do think this Texas team is really good at control, and I think that's going to hurt LAG a lot. And then also just in general, I think they're also really good at hardpoint and shit too. So it's like I just don't know. I think that control being almost like an automatic win, in my opinion. Obviously, this could be wrong for Texas. Really puts LAG in a tough spot to win this series. But if LAG comes out with some fire and wins that control, I could be wrong, but we'll see. I personally think if I'm a betting man, I'm going Texas. I just don't think you can really argue against it. But at the same time, we'll see. I don't know. So I'm going Surge, Florida, Texas, but I think this one's going to be a really close match. Breach in Florida will be a really close one. And that's it. But yeah, if you're watching us on YouTube, this was a long-ass episode. This is the first 3-hour episode ever of the podcast. I feel like we talked a lot. You guys say you like the long ones, so enjoy this one because this one's a fucking long podcast. I love you guys very much. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. If you're in the Twitch chat, go to my YouTube and subscribe to the channel and show this some love because I really do appreciate all the love that you guys show on this, this podcast and all these. Isn't there? Oh, I'm missing one. Oh shit! NYSL versus Rocker. Oh my god, I didn't see that one. Yo, hold up. I'm going. Ooh. What do you guys think, chat? What do you guys think? Oops. I didn't see that one. I'm sorry. I thought it was a 3-match day again. NYSL? Rocker probably has the advantage in Surge, hypothetically speaking. Their hardpoint's not been looking amazing, but like, they're slowly getting there. They're fresh off a win, right? Didn't they just win? But like, these guys are on a honeymoon period, right? And they just won too, right? These guys are on a honeymoon period. I'm going New York. I think New York takes 1 S&D somehow and then 2 respawns. That's what I'm going. It might be a 3-2, but I think they might take an S&D and a respawn or something like that. I don't know. This is a do or die match. Wait, why? Whoever like if one of these guys loses, guaranteed losers. I don't know the standings right now, to be honest. I've been so invested in just like with my own team. I haven't really been looking at other stuff. Wins for Rocker. Winners for Rocker. Oh shit. Oh, man. Do or die match for Rocker. Gonna be a lot of hype there. I don't know. I still think New York's honeymoon phase is gonna carry them. Like, they got fresh blood in the camp. I think it's gonna carry them. I think NYSL. So I go Surge, Florida, Texas, NYSL. That's it. That's what I'm doing. But all right, yeah. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, I'm sorry. I obviously messed up the outro. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. And again, everyone in this Twitch chat, I appreciate every single one of you guys, obviously. Even if we don't agree, even if we, don't have the same fucking opinions on shit, I do appreciate you guys showing some love and obviously always giving conversation in the chat and being so interactive. So appreciate you guys showing love. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel. This was a 3-hour episode. It was a long one. I love you guys very much. We're done.